Good evening, YouTubers. T Square with T Square Talk. Hope everybody's having a great day. I wanted to do our free silver live event. I'm kind of setting it up right now. I wanted to do it this evening. I was hoping we would hit the 100 members before the end of the year. But I'm still going to end up doing that. I'm just not going to do it tonight. We're going to push it back, that one a little bit. And we're still going to do our regular free silver event that we do every month. And I'll explain why here in just a minute once I get this all set up. I'm kind of setting up a few things that y'all can't see, but let's see here. The reason you can't see is it shows all my personal information. Usually I'll monetize a video beforehand, and I can't do that if it's live. I have to actually start the live stream and then I'm able to monetize it. And then even then I still got to get the comments and stuff. I see we got 5 viewers already, but I can't see any comments yet. I'm sure someone's commented something. I'll explain a little bit here in a minute what's going on. Let's see. Oh, there we go. We do have it up and running. Okay. Cool. All right. Yeah, let me shut my phone off just for a bit since I'm already having phone calls. There we go. Okay. That way I won't have any phone calls. I don't usually film this early because I take phone calls a lot, and usually by 11 o'clock nobody calls me. And so that's usually why I do it later at night. Let's see if we can get this part set up. Boom. Boom. Okay, there we go. Okay. So we already got Conrad in the room. We got Caterpillar Silver in the room. We got Eli in the room. We got Conrad in the room. We got Chopper Chad. I think I said that right. Hope you're having a great night. Hope all of y'all are having a great night. Happy New Year to everybody. Hope you guys are all chilling. I'm sure if you're on here watching me, then that means you're probably just chilling at home, maybe watching the fireworks on TV. Hope you're having a great night. Let's see what we got here, and then I'll go through and I'll talk a little bit about what's going on. We got Happy New Year from Conrad. Thank you so much. Happy New Year. Caterpillar Silver, Happy New Year. And T-Square and Peters, I hope you guys are all having a great night. Definitely hit that like button right off the bat. If you haven't hit it yet, hit that like button to help me out. So if the like button gets hit a lot, YouTube will start sharing the video more, so more people will jump on board. And then New Marshall in town jumping on board. How's it going? I'll explain here in just 1 minute what's going on. Let's see. Happy New Year from Eli. Happy New Year from Chopper Chad. Okay, so if we get 5 people in the room, we will run this event. We need at least 5 members in the room. I don't even have the event all set up yet, but I will set that up in just a minute. And then hopefully we'll have some people. I almost didn't run it tonight because I didn't know if we would have like anybody on, because everybody might be out watching the fireworks. Everyone is shooting their pew-pews. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I used to do that. We used to always like to go out and shoot. Enjoying vacation. Conrad, awesome. That is great. So for those of you that don't know, we did not hit the 100 mark. So we're going to run this event the way we'd normally run it. But still, as soon as we hit the 100 mark, I will end up running the different way. For those of you that don't know, I said that I would run it, and we'd run it the next way. I'm hoping once we hit 100 members, I'm going to do something a little special, and I am going to change it to where if you're an Obsessed fan, this will not be every time, but it could be. Who knows? I will be running it a little differently where instead of, if you're an Obsessed fan, you're going to have a shot at winning a piece of gold. If you're a super fan, you're going to have a shot at winning a certified 1 ounce coin. And if you are a fan, you win a regular 1 ounce of silver. Now, I do reserve the right to change and upgrade your prize. So if I decide to upgrade it to let's say you're a fan and you win, and I decide, you know what, I'm going to send them a certified coin instead. Assuming the winner agrees that, hey, yeah, heck yeah. I mean, I don't know why anybody would not want a certified coin. I'm just debating because I would feel bad if a fan wins and he really wanted a certified coin. But on the flip side, it could make the super fans feel like, well, what's the advantage of me being a super fan if there's no extra perk? And that's why I've upgraded that prize. So I don't know. But here's the thing. I've got a few certified coins. Some of y'all know that about me. And I'm at the point now where I don't want to say trying to downsize my stack, but I am trying to consolidate my stack. And I've bought a lot of certified coins that, honestly, 25 certified coins takes up a lot more space, or 20 certified coins takes up a lot more space than 20 ounces of silver in a tube. And so, I also want the higher tier members to have a shot at winning something a little bit better. That way they know that they are greatly appreciated for holding those memberships. I know somebody might say, well, you give extra entries right now. If I do go up to where that we start giving away gold to the upper tiers, they won't have extra entries. Instead, they'll have a shot at winning gold instead of silver. I have been trying to figure that all out, how to set that up. The only problem is, well, it's not really a problem. It's not guaranteed that an obsessed fan is going to win the prize. It could be a regular member that wins the prize. In fact, I'm trying to think. I can't say I've never seen an obsessed fan win. But I think we've only had 2 obsessed fans win. Granted, we've only got 6 out of 70-something of them. Let me see here if I can see exactly. And I might have to, when I copy the list, if I can see it from here. Nope, I don't want that playing. I don't like it when it shows. There we go. Let's see here. More. I did just update the list, so it has everybody's name on it, so I can just kind of copy and paste it into the wheel. If it has a fire next to their name, it means that their membership did expire. I don't take them off the first time. I usually leave it on there one time, although it doesn't have a number next to their name. Should someone with a fire next to their name end up winning, it will fall back to the next one. The fire means that their membership expired, whether that means their credit card got stolen and canceled, or if they just decided they didn't want to keep a membership any longer. Let's see here. So everybody's name is on there. We're at 77 members now, which I'm surprised that we had some members drop. This is probably the worst time to drop. But I know one of the members actually dropped because he felt like his comments wasn't being seen. I don't know how that can happen, honestly, because anybody that follows the channel should know. And he even said it in a live stream. I feel like you don't respond to my comments. I don't know how that could be, really. I mean, I try to make it a point to respond to everybody's comments. Do I go a day here and there where I'm just so busy that I don't have time? Yes, but in general, I don't generally skip people's comments. I know it's a great perk to be a member because your comments go right to my phone. So they're usually the first ones I answer. But I will say I have seen some crazy stuff happen. But it's kind of, I won't say rare, but it is rare. If anybody would like to consider becoming a member because it is worth it, I think. Let's see here. Random wheel picker. You guys can see everything that I'm doing right now, too. It's not a secret. Like I said, I'm hoping, though, we're going to get a few more members tonight that will join. Copy. Boom. Boom. That was our last month. It always comes up the last time I used the wheel. That was Tangled in Blue that had one last month. Definitely hit me up with an email, Tangled in Blue. I know I already talked to you briefly, but if you can, shoot me an email if you still watch the videos. I haven't seen you in a little while. Boom. There we go. So I'm going to get this wheel all fixed up here in just a minute. I'm going to read through some of the comments because I don't want anybody thinking, hey, you ain't reading my comment. Like I said, I felt horrible when I had received that message that I cancel my membership because you don't respond to comments. I was like, what? It stung. It really did. But it happens. Eli, Happy New Year. Safe. New Marshall in town. Hope you're having a great night on board. Eli, what's up, Conrad? Everyone is shooting their pew-pews, enjoying vacation. T, Happy New Year. Thank you so much, Mr. Happy Stacker. Todd, how's it going, Todd? Happy New Year. Thank you very much. Eli, I'm still holding since 2014 and 50-50 on playing the gold to silver ratio. So I'm not actually there yet. I still want silver, even though it's a little frustrating right now what's going on. But I'll be talking about that in an upcoming video. I think by Friday, that's it. Keep in mind, the markets are closed right now. It's New Year's Eve, and the markets aren't open. So, I mean, it's pretty well stabled out now. We're sitting at 71.54. I don't think the markets are open. They weren't supposed to be from what I'd heard, but okay, yeah, they're closed. I was just making sure. I was like, they should be closed. I can see by the flat line right here, and that flat line is probably going to go all the way through and then all the way, and then it will start moving right about an hour. I mean, about 23 hours we'll start seeing it move again. So that would be basically, oh no, let me think for a second. Yeah, that would be Thursday night in the United States. The markets will start moving, and they will move Thursday night, Friday during U.S. time, and then they'll close Friday afternoon, and then they will open up again on Sunday night. And that's when I would expect to see us start clawing our way back up. Sitting at 71.50, not devastating to me. We've seen it go all the way down to $70. I don't know who caught that dip. I'm sure there was a couple people that caught that. Could we see a little bit more of a beat down? We could very well, see it by Thursday night. We could start seeing it push down a little lower. But like I said, come Monday, I'm expecting we're going to start the climb back up. I still like silver right now. I'm not going to like gold until we're about 30-1. And then maybe I will like gold a little better. Great way of thinking, Eli, on the gold-silver ratio. Let's see here. I'm a new stacker. I've been stacking a little over a month. Oh, wow. That's cool. I love the Libertads. Libertads are really cool. We actually gave away some certified Libertads as prizes a little while back. But then again, like I said, I usually work with whoever the winners are on the members event. So we were giving some away as the announcement, and then another time we were giving away the Australian spiders, but then I think her name, I can't remember her name, Goth 666, I think. She actually said she liked Libertad, so I ended up sending her a certified MS69 Libertad right from Mexico. It was pretty cool. She said she loved it. So let's see here. And Silver Eagles. Silver Eagles have always been one of my favorites, but I don't know. The Britannias are kind of up there now as one of my favorites. Scrolling through. Let's see. I apologize if this closes sometimes. When I move this down, it does. I got 1/10 ounce gold eagle. Be very careful. I think, my personal opinion, be careful buying gold right now. I still think we're going to see a huge turnaround on silver and push even higher. And a lot of people, though, they're seeing this big dip. We've seen these dips many times, and we've seen people feel like they get left out. Hello, kids. What is up? Stephen Newberry. How's it going, buddy? Hope you're having a great night. Silver Solutions. We're here for the journey with you, T. Oh, absolutely. I'm hoping y'all will still be here when I stop doing silver videos. I'm going to, at some point, switch over and only do silver videos 1 or 2 days a week. 1 day a week will be a silver video, but then 1 day a week I'll be doing the Q&A still. Because eventually I'm going to make that transition, that big move to the Philippines. It just seems so far away right now. But I'll get there someday. It's all baby steps. Let's see. Stacking is a means to an end. We are nowhere near it. Exactly. See, that's actually what I think. I think it is a means to an end to where stacking could put me fully retired in the Philippines. And that's what I'm hoping, but we'll see. Let's see. Scrolling through. All sounds good. Chapa Chad. Let's see. I'm so heavy in silver than gold. 250 to 1. Oh, my word. I wish I was that like you. I wish I had a lot more silver than gold. I mean, I have more silver than gold, but I wish I had what's the term? I wish I had a bigger relation. I wish I was a lot further than that. I tended to buy gold, even though I always said, even to myself, I said, I'd rather have silver. But you know what? It's hard to stomach silver when premiums are $5 and they're doing gold at spot in some cases. So I tended to take it. I should have looked a different angle about long-term approach, and but it is what it is. The right stuff. What is up, buddy? My man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Todd Lundy, that's cool. Let's see, scrolling through. Way to go, bro. How do I become a member? Okay, so to become a member, under the video, you should see something that says join. But if you're on an Apple phone, you have to go to your web browser, like you're going to surf the internet. Type in youtube.com. Once you're on YouTube, then you go to T-Square Talk, and then you should see the join button. We're going to run that tonight, a regular free silver event. So if you are a member, before we run the event, then you can join. And I should have started out saying this. I guess it was only 17 minutes ago, but if you're watching this video, look in the bottom left-hand corner, and you should see a little red dot. Click that red dot so you know that you are up to date. I sometimes will ask a question or announce something, and someone will reply to it 20 minutes after I've said it. On these events, you definitely don't want to be running late, because once I start the wheel spinning, this is what the wheel looks like. Once I actually shuffle the names and start spinning, then that's it. That's the end of it. You can't get on the wheel. So, and like I said, if you have a flame next to your name and that person wins, it will go to the next person back. Only because I don't take names off the wheel right off the bat in case there's an error. Although YouTube sends me a list, so I follow that list to make sure that everybody is an active member. Let's see here. So heavy, my man, so cool. How do I become a member? Okay. Todd, on a non-Apple device, there is a join button just below the video. Okay, so good deal. I appreciate that, Conrad, you answering that. Can't thank you enough for helping me out there. He might even be looking for it right now. Let's see. What was your rate, T? It is $1.99 a month. Oh, unless you mean military rate. I was an IT, which is shameful because I don't mess with computers anymore. When I stopped being an IT in the Navy, it started out a radio man, then it shifted to IT, and then I got out. But when I started out, once I got out of the Navy, I didn't want nothing to do with IT. We had seen the .com burst. A lot of tech people were out of work, and that happened to coincide with when I got out of the military. So, I mean, it kind of left a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth. Let's see, Todd, or if you're on an Apple device, you can use the YouTube app, but use Safari browser and go to YouTube as a website. And then it should be there, the join button below T-Square Talk videos. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, Safari. That's what I heard it was. We got John W. in the house. What is up, John? Hope you're having a great day. Reckless Collections. Hey, T. How you doing? Hope everybody's having a good night. Thank you so much, Reckless Collections. We got Alan in the room. Looks like we got more than 5 people in the room. So I will be running this tonight. But I do want to give people time if they want to join. It'd be great to get up to our 100 members, do an event tonight, and then do another event tomorrow. Let's see. Alan, good evening, everyone. Hope you're having a great night, Alan. Silverback Stacker, what is up, buddy? What's up? Happy New Year, Stackers. Thank you so much, Silverback. I appreciate that. Alan, I got the spider. Very cool. That is awesome that you got it. I always worry about people getting it like broke. I had one person say the package was damaged when she had got it, but ironically, it was not cracked. So she said, but next time you mail one, make sure you do extra bubble wrap. That one went all the way to Australia. And here's the thing. I can't track it. And I tell anybody that is from another country, I can't stack. I can ship it to you, but I can't guarantee it. So I always worry when it goes to another place outside of the country, because it's just, that's the rule. I can't stack it. So let's see, gold rules. So yeah, I've had a few people kind of, I mean, I'm a little, I told you a minute ago, I'm a little frustrated that I even bought gold. I wish I had just bought all silver. And I have a couple of older friends that are heavy into gold, and they tell me, dude, gold is the key. Silver is speculative. Silver is volatile. Gold is the way to save real wealth. I don't want to say I disagree, but I'm not going to lie. I want to catch up to these guys. Some of these guys are rich. They've got way more money than me. And the only way to catch somebody is, I don't want to say, how do I say this? The only way to catch up to someone is you make a right move and they make a wrong move. And I don't mean it as a wrong move necessarily, but it would be nice to catch up a little bit. And it's kind of funny because a lot of these people, I've gotten into it. But they got into it, they bought a little bit of silver, they bought a little gold, and then all of a sudden they're flooding their money into gold, and they're just firmly stacking gold hardcore. So we'll see how it will play out. I really think silver should be a lot higher than it is. Only because the gold-silver ratio, when silver hit 50 last time, we got down to 15 to 1, 20 to 1. I mean, yeah, we went over 50, so everybody's thinking, oh, silver's beat 50 and it's got to its high and this and that. We're still at 60 to 1. Gold has done good. Silver has done better, but I would rather see nice, 20 to 1. But we'll see what happens. Let's see. I just loaded up on 1/10 ounce gold eagles. I agree. Silver most likely has more upside, but my gold stack went and shrunk on me. So I'm accumulating. That's bumming. Either you must have cashed some in or gotten rid of a little bit. That happens. It is gold. It is money. It's meant to be money. Buying both gold and silver, happy stacker. Nice. So you're not just sitting on what you got. You're stacking. I've always wondered that about you. I never asked if you were actually still buying or if you just got what you got and then said, okay, I'm not going to sell them and hang on to it. But that's cool that you're still picking up a little bit here and there. You're continuing where your dad left off. So that's really cool. And he would be proud of that too. Hello, T and Stackers. How's it going, John? Hope you're having a great night. Sovereign silver, issued by a country, has generic are always good. Collector's pieces are wasteful. Know why you are buying and converting? Absolutely. So I'm not a huge fan of collectible stuff. I try to pick up what I can when I can. I try to pick up sales, deals, that type of stuff. And obviously, like I said, I want to better myself for my future. Let's see, John. Evening, folks. What we talking about tonight? So we're about ready to run our big members event right here. That's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm just giving people time. Anybody that's maybe been on the sideline, didn't want to become a member yet. We do only have 77 members right now. If we get to 100, there will be upgraded prizes for certain levels and tiers. I don't think we're going to do that tonight, but we are going to run the free silver event for December here in just a little bit. I always like to talk for a little while and give it a little time to get people online and stuff, but hope you're having a great night, John. Scott, what's up? T, how's it going, Scott? Hope you're having a great night. Silver Solutions, the Philippines is nice, but man, Korea and Japan are something else. So I have never been anywhere in Asia. However, the Philippines, I have a lot of friends, because I'm retired Navy, that have wives from the Philippines. And I'm sure there's a lot of military that have wives probably from Korea or Japan. I just personally don't know any of them right now. But who knows? I will probably be taking a free Mac flight from San Antonio to California, and then from California to Hawaii. And then from Hawaii, I'm just going to say, you know what? Wherever you can get me, Korea or Japan. And then from there, I'll just buy a private ticket from there to the Philippines. But who knows? I may hang out in Korea or Japan for a little while and just fall in love with the place. Why do I like the Philippines is just because it seems super inexpensive. The people seem down to earth. They're thrifty. They seem like fun people to be around. When I watch a lot of the Filipino videos, they seem fun. But I have been watching a lot of Japanese videos too lately. I just think it would be fun to go. I know some people would be like, oh, you're going to be a passport, bro. I don't know if I'll go that far, but I will definitely be over there probably for a little while if I ever make it. And then I've got some friends that say, you go, you ain't coming back. I can almost tell you that. Knowing your personality, you ain't coming back unless it's to come back, pull a little bit of coins out, sell them, reload some extra money, and then go over there. But I've had some people say that won't even happen because your military retirement should be more than enough to live in the Philippines. Maybe Japan and Korea. I don't know how expensive it is at those places. Let's see. I was in AWO2. Nice. Brother, I'm glad to have came across you. Thank you so much, The Right Stuff. I appreciate that. MO Silver 59. I don't know about your Navy time. I was a CTTC and as an IT for a while. Nice. I was an IT. I started out as a radio operator, but then they merged a couple different things. I can't remember what the other fields were that they merged and made them ITs. I think having a mix is good of gold and silver. Great White Cat said, yeah, I understand that. A mix is good. I like my gold because it's small, it's compact. I could grab it and run if I had to. What is an AWO2? I think it's a warrant officer, a second warrant officer. So I think warrant officers go to, it's an officer, I believe, that came from the enlisted category. So they started out as an enlisted man, and then they became a warrant officer, and that's a warrant officer 2. I think they go to warrant officer 3, but it's been a while. AWO is aviation. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was a warrant officer at first. Okay. Then the 2 in that case must mean second class. Let's see. AWO is aviation. Okay, warfare operator. AKA combat naval air crew. Okay. What is up, Hunter Adams? How's it going, buddy? Hope you're having a great day. Alan, how's it going? Happy New Year. Thank you so much. The right stuff, that is up in the air, in the back seat. Now I want to know what the right stuff said. Oh, it might have been that right there. Yeah, okay, up in the air. A little bit of pun there. I actually went the other day and picked up a like 70 or 80 briskets for a buddy of mine. We went over there and got it, and the clerk was like, "Oh, do y'all meet here every week?" And I was like, "We come here like once in a while." And then my buddy was like, he laughed and he got it. He goes, he didn't get it. And I said, "Get what?" And then I was like, "Oh, meat here." We were getting like 70 or 80 briskets, meat here. He goes, "It's all good, bro. I don't have no beef." As in beef. It was briskets. Just kind of funny. But I tend to miss a lot of jokes. So I'm a pretty, I don't know what the term is. I just tend to miss a lot of the jokes sometimes. Let's see. I'm active Air Force. Navy folks are definitely in the Philippine space. Yes. Oh, you know what? I'm curious. So that's what I was just saying. Silver Solutions. If you, I don't know. Do you know anything about Mac flights or Space A? I'm trying to learn a little bit about that. I'm still retired military, so I have my ID and everything. I go on the bases all the time. But I do want to try to get over there using a Space A. If I can save $2,000, that would be pretty cool. Because the most expensive part about going to the Philippines or anywhere is the plane ticket. Yeah, Conrad, I was the tube rat in a P3. Oh, nice. A P3. I'm wondering if that's the P3 Orion. I think that's a P3 was an Orion. I could be wrong, though, because I don't really know a lot of the airfare stuff. I was on back-to-back ships. I did all ships. Never did any shore duty. I liked my CPay, and I liked how they compounded it, but I was on small crafts. So it kind of gave me an advantage of a small craft ain't going to jump the whole ocean. They usually fly the crew over there. They carry the ship over there on a floating dry dock, I guess you can call it, and then they unload it in another country overseas. Let's see. Add 500 more ounces of silver and 3 ounces of gold and a little bit of platinum to what you saw. He would be proud. Oh, wow. Okay. Man, that's cool. Yeah, I have made it my stack now. Yes, definitely. And it was a pretty amazing stack when I seen it. So you picked up 500 more ounces. You're in it now. Hopefully if you have well, you do have a son. I know that. Hopefully you've taught him a little bit about it so he ain't blindsided if anything ever happened to you. And then he'll be in the same boat as you. But the next guy that finds him might not be as cool. He may be like, heck yeah, I'll take it all off your hands for $25 a coin. Let's see. I was sent to Pensacola Air Crew School, but I couldn't swim. I tried to tell them beforehand. I'm sorry. Yeah, that can be hard. Silver 59. I actually am a good swimmer. I love swimming. I used to go to the public swimming pool almost every day as a kid. What is up, Doc? How's it going, Doc? Hope you're having a great evening. Vietnam. I have looked into Vietnam, actually, because that's not too far. I mean, it's not close, but I mean, it's not too far from the Philippines in terms of region. Besides Japan, Korea, and the Philippines, Vietnam is pretty cool, too. Yeah. Silver 59. I love the Philippines and the food. So I'm a big fan of the food. That's kind of one of the real things I want to go over there. At first, I was thinking I'm going to go over there and eat nothing but vegetables. I'm just going to hire some maid just to come in and cook my meals for me every day. And I'm going to tell her, look, I can only eat chicken and vegetables or fish and vegetables. No porks, no bacons, no beefs. I'm going to say that because I want to get in shape, and part of me thinks if that's your only option, is the thing. I mean, let's be honest. I know some people have asked me, dude, you're awesome at cooking. Why wouldn't you want to cook? The truth of the matter is, why wouldn't you want to just eat their food all the time since they're pros? And it's not like I wouldn't be watching somebody cook. If they're the maid and they're cooking up the meals, I'm going to watch and learn. And then when I come back here, I'll be a Filipino cook expert. Let's see. Mr. Happy Stacker added, you can call yourself the expert stack. Oh, that's true. Yeah, if you've added 500, what you just said, if you've added 500 ounces of silver, 3 ounces of gold, and a little bit of platinum, you could change your name to Mr. Expert Stacker, because you've already went from reluctant stacker to the happy stacker. Now you can be the expert stacker. Soon you'll be doing YouTube videos. Let's see. I wanted to be a radioman, but you know about recruiters. It worked out anyways. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Recruiters. I didn't even know what a radioman was when I went in. I wanted to do something in police, like MP is what they called it. And I got talked out of it. And, oh, well, you can go be a radioman. And after 4 years, you can change your rate. It's super easy, but it never. People that go in as one rate, it's rare they ever change their rate. Especially because if you change your rate and it comes at a cost. You re-enlist and you don't get a bonus. But generally, if you've already been trained in a profession, they're going to give you a bonus to keep you in so they won't have to retrain somebody else. It's one of the things I do say that the military does that's smart. Try to keep people in their profession, and they do that, so that's cool. Definitely got Padawan. Definitely not a Padawan anymore. Nope. Working your way up to Jedi status. Let's see. I went around the world in 35 days on Space A. Oh, wow. Shoot me an email if you get any tips for me, because that's actually what I want to do. Just send me where I got to start from. I'll be honest. If I could find that out, that's what I would do. I'm in Texas, so it'd be nice to just wing it and take a Space A out of San Antonio and just say, look, wherever you're going, I'm going. I don't care where it is. Get my passport, and I only need one bag. A sea bag would work perfect for me. I could throw that sea bag on there, and wherever I go, it goes, and that's it. I'm pretty simple. T-shirts, shorts, and jeans, some socks, some underwears. I was actually watching a couple backpack channels, and they said you don't need as much as you think you need. You just wing it. They got shampoo, they got soap in every country. Some people, they want to carry all that stuff with them. There's no point. I won't say they got toilet paper. I heard they don't have toilet paper in the Philippines. I don't know if that's true or if that was a joke, that someone was giving me a hard time, but who knows? I might put a roll in my duffel bag just in case, but how long will a roll really last when you think about it? Yeah, you're a vet. You can definitely take advantage of Space A. The problem is the delays. To be honest, though, if you're time flexible, then it's not a problem. Yeah, I'm pretty time flexible. Retired out, so that's it. YouTube. I can do YouTube from anywhere. I can turn a little camera on and start streaming. I got a brand new laptop not too long ago. Well, it's been a while now. It's been like 9 months. I haven't even set it up yet. I want to set it up exactly like this computer, so everything I'm doing here I can do on there. At the public swimming pool, would you get a snow cone every day too? No, we didn't have snow cones at the public swimming pool. We did have an ice cream shop really close, like a block over. Not even. It was like right there. A P3 Orion, bro. Nice. That's what I was thinking it was. Let's see. I served 2 one-year tours in South Korea as a radio ET. One tour as a K-16 airbase at the K-16 airbase in 1985, and one at Camp Hoover near the DMZ, obviously South Korea, North Korea. So that's pretty cool there. Real quick, I am going to get this started right here because we've been on now for 40 minutes. No new members signed up since we've been here. So I'm actually going to get this spinning so we can find out who the winner's going to be. If you are a member, go ahead and just put a number in the chat real quick so I can see real quick how many members we have. I always like to do this event when we have at least 5 members. I mean, I can see some members have commented in the last couple minutes, but go ahead and put a number right now in the chat if you are a member. I'll go with you, T. Let's go to the Philippines. Heck yeah. I'll be posting it. By that point, you will see a different side of me. The side of me that, well, most of you haven't even seen me. Unless you've been following the channel for a while, you probably don't even know what I look like. But there's a couple people that know in the room. Scott McNeil gifting 5 memberships. Dude, they charge too. I love the fact that you gift memberships, but they charge too much. It drives me nuts that they charge as much as they do. I guess I'm going to be typing a bunch of names now. So let's do this real quick. I should have had you do that after the wheel started if you were going to do it. Oh, someone did something. What is that? I don't even know what that is. The little zombie. I see the zombie right there. It was on this screen. I don't know how the zombie got. Who got the zombie? Somebody. J.M. Spruger has become a member. Oh! I don't know if those were gift memberships or someone just became a member. I don't know. I don't really know what happened. I'm confused. Now I'm really. KTM has become a member. Oh! Oh, those were your gift memberships. Okay. So, Scott McNeil sent 5 gift memberships to people. The Right Stuff. Are you in the room, The Right Stuff? J.M. Sprigger. KTM. B-Dubs. New Coin. Let's see. And then we got a bunch of them. Scott McNeil. Booyah. Making me work tonight. But that's cool. I'm thankful. They're thankful. I'm wondering if any of them are in the room right now. If you're one of the people that just got a free membership, go ahead and holler right now. Put something in the comments so I can see. I'm always curious. These could be people that are watching and don't ever type anything. It does happen. Let's see, because we got 22. I'm showing 22 people in the room. I don't know how many thumbs up and how many people do you see in the room. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up, everybody, for me. It really helps out. Let's see. Battle Cryptologist. Tell me more. I was a CTTC. I didn't even see Battle Cryptologist in the room, did I? Did I read the comment and didn't notice him? Space A. I had a 3-day layover at Travis Air Force Base and 18-hour layover in Hawaii. I wouldn't mind a layover. I really wouldn't. If I know it's going to be there, I would be running around. Travis Air Force Base, I think that's in California, I think. That wouldn't bother me, a layoff. I'd go hit up the city for a little while and have fun. Hawaii, I definitely wouldn't mind. I would be able to say that I went to Hawaii, do a couple YouTube videos. So much fun in Hawaii, absolutely. An 18-hour layover in Hawaii, I mean, you could go have some fun. I really think it will be a lot of fun when I get to do it. What is that symbol right there? Is there a way to click? Oh, that might be that. Scott 5. Scott, thank you so much, though. I don't see any of them people in the room. I could be wrong. You'll have to tell me if you're one of them 5 people. Go ahead and hit me up. Let me know you're in the room. If not, hey, we're going to run this anyway. Let's see if I can figure out, because this is where it gets a little complicated. So we're going to be on here now for a little bit because I need to know what tier it put them as. It put all those names the other night as supers. So let's see if I can figure this out. Members. I guess it really, well, it kind of does matter. B-Dubs, KTM, The Right Stuff, J.M. Spruger, and Newbie Con Nerd. I think I pronounced that right. Let's see. Yeah, Newbie Con Nerd. I don't know how they, I think I pronounced that right. Newbie Coin Nerd. So those were the gifted memberships. I'm just kind of scrolling just to find out a couple things. Yep, evident. Enjoy the layover. It's always an adventure. Yeah, I got a probably 15-hour layover in Philadelphia, me and my son. It wasn't really a space A. It was they were asking people who would be willing to give up their plane ticket for a $2,000 voucher. They asked 1,000 and nobody wanted to give it up. They said 1,500 and nobody wanted to give it up. Once they said 2,000, I said, me and my son will both give up our tickets for $2,000 each. Take us, please. And they said, okay. And we both got the big vouchers. I can't remember. It might have been 1,500. Needless to say, we took the vouchers, used them for another plane ticket later somewhere, and had a lot of fun with it. Okay, so I do got to add some names here. I'm going to probably just do it on here for now. Let's see. Then I got my dog between my legs going crazy. Now, there is one thing. They're not going to have the accurate numbers, but that's okay for right now. Copy. Well, actually, you know what? I can do it this way. And we got another new member. Someone just became a member. JM, what is up? JM becoming a new member too. Thank you so much. I'm putting y'all at the bottom, the new members for right now. Copy. Paste. Okay. And then it's a little harder to type on the keyboard, so bear with me. It takes a few minutes. And you guys can keep talking amongst yourself too. 27265. Boom. Okay, and then see if I can get away with this. Darn it, I can't. Okay. I thought maybe I could just copy the names and make it easy. Boom. Where is it? I'm a slow typer, so bear with me. And I know I'm not reading any comments right now, but I will get caught up on the comments. So don't think for a minute you're forgotten about. Like I said, I had one person cancel their membership. Their name is actually still on the wheel, though. So it would be kind of crazy if that person wins. But they're not eligible to win, obviously. I just don't. Like I said, I don't delete the names until I know for at least 30 days that it's not a mistake. Even though they're not eligible to win, because they're not on the current list. 7663. But I'm always curious if one of the flamed out memberships will end up winning. So, and because I don't want there to be a mistake. Let's see, who's the other one? B-dubs. I see B-dubs comments all the time. 3602. And the last one So I'm going to double check that real quick. Coming up on 50 minutes. Let's see here. We got B-Dub. Was one of the 5 free memberships from Scott. Scott, thank you so much again for those free memberships. I know none of those 5 people are on right now. But thank you so much. KTM. The Right Stuff. JM Sprigger. And New Coin. Boom. And then that is the 5. And then I just want to make sure those names are still up here, that them ones didn't get taken off, because I copied and pasted. I would hate to have a mistake. And then JM 27265. I don't know if that's actually part of your name. I don't know if that's like a zip code or something, or if it's just JM, because usually YouTube has started putting these 4 digits on the back of everybody's name. Now, the perks for being super member or obsessed member, we're going to get those on there real quick. Copy. Paste. Got a lot more obsessed fans and super fans. Copy. Everybody ready, hopefully, for New Year's. Paste. For those of you that don't know what I'm doing, because I'm not implementing gold until we get to 100 members, there is a perk to being an upper tier member. They pay a little bit extra, but they get a lot of perks. At each tier, there are perks included. And the perks for obsessed fans is you get extra entries in special events. And super fans, you get a extra entry. But, like I said, it's rare that one has won. And who knows, I say that now, but once we end up giving gold, it could happen right off that first month that an obsessed fan wins, just because I said it's probably not 100% likely, because keep in mind there's only 6 of them. I'm sorry, 7 of them now. But let's see, and I apologize if you're... Oh, shoot. Shoot. What did I just do? Darn it, I just messed that up. No, I don't remember what name that was either. Copy. I'll go double check that in a minute. Paste. All of a sudden I'm messing up. Copy. Paste. Let's just see the comments real quick. I gotta fix that. I can't remember who number 6 was right now. And then I got my dog shaking in his claw because there's fireworks outside and his claw is temped right up against my foot. Let's see. Silver Solutions, you should have called your chief. They will take care of you. I just live right outside of Whitman. Oh, nice. My initials and radio number. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Now I know what that is. So that's not the YouTube number that they put at the end. Definitely appreciate the membership. The Right Stuff. Oh, nice. The Right Stuff. You were one of the people that just got the free membership, I think. Oh, that's awesome. Great. Hopefully you're going to win tonight. I mean, I'm sure you're psyched about that. Like from birth. How long have you been at Whitman? Yeah, so definitely talk amongst yourself. Oh, Nice. Mike B was 6th. Awesome. I appreciate that, Scott. Nice, nice. That'll save me from having to hunt it down real quick. Oh, look at that. I typed it exactly the way it came out. Oh, shoot. Give me a second. Copy. Paste. Yeah, this part sometimes takes a little bit. You know what? I'm just going to do it all caps. B. O-V-A-R-D. Awesome. Good deal. Good. Oh, man, your nails, dude. My dog right there at my feet, just clawing right in. So now, let's see here. Why the heck? Dude, you are killing me. Give me a second. I got my dog. He's freaking out. Stop clawing me. Stop trying to hold my hand. My foot. He's got his nails just jetted right into me. Boom. I gotta just look at something. It's driving me nuts because I don't even. I know Mike became one, but I don't even see him. Oh, because Coin Nerd. Oh, nice. Thanks for the gift. Coin Nerd is in the room too. So I guess that's two of the people that got memberships are in the room. That's awesome. Because that, like I said, I always wonder, like somebody said they don't have to be in the room in order to get the free membership. It could be anybody. Oh, that's why it's a different mic. Copy. Okay. That's why. I was like, I didn't see no Mike B on my list, but now I know why. What happened. Boom. That was driving me nuts, too. Let me do this real quick. Paste. Boom. Oh, yeah. 2-star. You're a 2-star, Mike. And then we can give you the extra entries. Copy. Like I said, this part takes a little time to set up. Gotta be crazy if one of the new people win. But we've seen it happen multiple times. And then super fans. Boom. Copy. Get 2 entries, an extra free entry. Copy. Man, every time they burn fireworks outside, my dog just gets wild. See, normally I'll keep the radio on loud for him so he doesn't know what's going on. But now he knows because I shut it off for this. I would have the music playing, but y'all, I can't, well, one, you probably wouldn't be able to hear me, but... And if you're writing comments, just know I'm not really seeing them right now. But if you're in the room, I'm sure you're excited. We're going to run this as soon as, unless someone adds any memberships. But this is your opportunity to become a member. I mean, I'm definitely not complaining to get new members. So now is your time to, because if you become a member tonight, chances are you're going to be eligible for 2 events. Because the next one, I think we should hit 100 before the end of next month. But who knows? I could be wrong, but Just out of curiosity, has everybody hit the thumbs up button for me? Please help me out by hitting that thumbs up button. And then we're going to get this event going. Paste and paste. And then we're going to go to the bottom for these ones. Copy. Paste. Copy. Paste. And I know this seems boring right now to some of y'all watching. This is just a fun event. We can all still talk. If anybody has any questions, you can ask them. It may take a couple minutes before I respond to it. This is something we do every month as a thank you to our members of the channel. They get a chance to win some free silver. So a lot of them are excited for this event. And some people ended up winning. They commented and they won a free membership. So that was pretty cool too. And then some of y'all know we're probably going to end up doing the football board again as one of our events coming up for the Super Bowl, where you'll have a chance at winning some really cool prize. Copy, paste. And the way this works, for those of you that don't know, Obsessed fans right now, only right now, because there is no gold prizes. If there's not the gold prize, then Obsessed fans get extra memberships. Once we add gold as a prize, which is coming as soon as we hit 100, we're technically at, I didn't change the numbers, but 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83. We're technically at 83 members right now. So and then we're just going to do this real quick. I'm going to put a B there. B, 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 B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For those of you that don't know, the reason I have to put the B there is because I don't want it to cancel all three of your B, 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 B. Someone's gonna be like, fix your keyboard, dude. Okay, so that's the A and the B there, and then Obsessed fans have a C also. So BC, 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 B. And someone just upgraded their membership. JM, Obsessed fan. So, like I said, there is no gold tonight. Hey, Tangled in Blue. How's it going, buddy? Hey, if you can, hit me an email. Send me another email. I know you already did once, but if you can, now that the holidays are over, I feel more comfortable about shipping stuff. I get nervous sending stuff around the holidays because stuff gets lost in the mail during this time of the year. I don't want you to think like I forgot about you. I didn't. Sometimes it takes like a month to get the prize out to people. Copy. So I don't have the fancy emoji yet for you, but I will put that up there. But obviously I'm adding your membership, your upgrade. B and C. So, okay, there we go. So, JM272 upgraded to an Obsessed fan. Thank you so much. Let's see. Good evening, Tangled in Blue. Hope you're having a great day. And with that being said, I'm going to just look at the list real quick. And then we're going to get this started. We're going to shuffle these up. If anybody wants to become a member, this is your opportunity. If anybody wants to upgrade their membership, this is your opportunity. Once I shuffle these names up and start spinning the wheel, that is it. I cannot go back and change anything after. Once the wheel starts, that's it. New Marshall, Conrad, Pete, Philip, Do, Mike. Let's see. Hi. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I'm gonna have to figure out how to how to pronounce that. Oh, actually, maybe it's pronounced. Oh, maybe it's. Is it said Hawaii Thai? That could actually be how they pronounce that. If that is how you pronounce that, because I felt a little bad not being able to pronounce someone's name. New Marshall in town. Been a member since 15 months. Top of the list. Very first name on the list. But actually, there's a few that have been 15 months. I always wonder how that comes up. What is it? What do people do that comes up? I don't know what that means when it pops up like that in green. Usually I thought it meant that a change happened, but you've already been an obsessed fan for 15 months, unless you just hit your 15 months now, but I don't think that's what that means. Let's see. Free silver, I'm down. Yes. And actually, down the road, if you upgrade it, you could have a shot at winning free gold. Not tonight, but once we get to 100 members. Audio is loud and clear. Long-time viewer. Didn't join for the gold. Or lack of LOL. Giving thanks for the great info. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. 10 of 10 here also. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Just kind of going through, checking, making sure. One last thing. I always feel bad if something messed up. Remember, if a flame, if you see a fire before someone's name and that person wins, they cannot win right now. That means that something happened with their card or YouTube, something between them and YouTube. Because they send me the updated list so I know who is members. 19 A and B, 20 A and B. Boom, boom, boom. Scrolling through. Everything looks right on. Tangled in Blue upgraded membership to a super fan. So we'll get that changed up right now. I gotta find you. There you are, right there. So you're not going to have your emoji tonight because I on my computer, I don't think you can even do emojis. But you will get your second entry for being a super fan. And when you think about it, even if you win an ounce of silver, I mean, that's a super deal. And someone is going to win. So let's see here. Let me check my Scrooge McDuck bag for some more memberships. Ooh. I hate to say do it after. Otherwise we'll be here for till midnight filling out names. I wouldn't say no if someone wanted to donate a membership. But the advantage of hitting the 100, it would be too hard to give the gold away tonight now. Anyway, but I mean, obviously, if we hit 100 memberships tomorrow, we'll be running it tomorrow. So, and we're up there now. What did we just say we're at? 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83 members right now. So we're definitely getting up there. Thank you so much, Scott, for that. I know you gave out 5 memberships the other day. You gave out 5 memberships today. You're the super recruiter. I'm going to have to put a badge next to your name for recruiting. So if you see something different next to your name, where are you at, Scott? I wonder, here's the thing I'm wondering. If, no, I guess not. I don't even get that. Because, Scott, you're not even a super fan. You're not a super fan, but you gave out 10 memberships, and they billed all 10 of them memberships to you as super fans at $5 a piece. That is crazy they do that. I forget about that. I thought you were a super fan already. You know what? Where is it? I don't even know where your name is. I don't even know what number you are. Oh, there you are right there. Scott McNeil. Since I would normally anyway for a $5 super chat upgrade a membership because a regular fan pays $1.99 for their membership. A super fan pays $4.99 for their membership. I'm actually going to upgrade you to a super fan right now, but just on here for right now. Copy, since that you pretty well just spent $25, and you did it 2 nights in a row. Paste. So do this. And then we're going to hit B. Who knows? That could be the winning membership. You never know how that will work. And that goes for anybody. If anybody's watching and they're just a regular fan and they want to do a $5 super chat, I'll upgrade your membership right now. I know some people don't want an auto bill, but they get pretty excited when they're here online watching. They get excited to do it. Obviously, if you're already an Obsessed fan, you can't really upgrade any higher because this is not anything more than Obsessed fan. But I will do that just so no one feels left out. Let's see. Okay, real quick. Let me see. Make sure we got all the comments. What is that by the name 75? Uh-oh. Hopefully it's not a mistake. What is that by the names? Oh, that's just a little flying money. It means that you PayPal'd me. It means you had trouble signing up through. So these names right here are people that had trouble. There's like 70 y'all that had trouble. At the time, we didn't realize why some people couldn't join. They didn't have the ability to join for some reason. And then we found out that if you are on an Apple device, you couldn't join. And so these people, including yourself, reached out to me and said, hey, is there another way I can pay? Because it's not letting me do it through there. And so I ended up helping you out, and we did it through PayPal. Now, here's the other thing. There's also another one on there that said, no, I'm not paying the $2.99, and then you only get 30% of it to be a member when everybody else is paying $1.99 and I get 50%. So the way that works, I split 50-50 with YouTube, but it's supposed to be $1.99. But if you're on an Apple device and you want to become a member, Apple charges $1 too. So then it becomes a three-way split. So you're paying $2.99 to join if you're on an Apple device. Now, we have since found out that if you're on an Apple device and you go through your browser, Firefox or whatever it was, then you can still go through the browser, YouTube, and then become a member for the $1.99. But we didn't know that back then. So that's what those are. And then the only bad thing is if they have a flame next to their name, then that means that their membership expired. But if there's an issue, that's a YouTube issue, and I have to get verification if that person was an active member today, then that will fix off. However, YouTube shows me that 5 people have canceled their membership, or their credit card got lost, stolen, and they forgot, or they don't watch channel. There's some people on here that are members that I have not seen in a while that are still members, so they must see their $1.99 coming off their credit card every month. But I'll be honest, some people don't check their credit cards. Personally, I hate to say this, I'm not a big fan of auto paying anything, because what happens is there's a lot of people out there. I know one girl right now that I'm friends with, and she auto pays everything. And there was like 5 things on her card that she was auto paying that she's no longer affiliated with, like a gym membership for $1.99 or for $9.99. One had some kind of account for movies or streaming, no longer uses it. all the different things. And you guys know that, that's why they have these new apps now that if you don't use something and you're paying for it, they take care of it. They take it off. Let me grab a quick drink. Okay, I'm going to get caught up on the comments, and then we are going to run this. I think that list all looks good. Let's see. I got my last tax-free buy at my Washington local coin shop. Oh, my word. I am so sorry, Battle Cryptologist. Yeah, that stings. Nope, empty. Okay. Let's see. What is that by my name? John saying okay. We all know the apple is the root. The apple is root of the downfall of man. Oh, that's true. It actually is. Yeah. That and, well, I was about ready to say something. I probably shouldn't. I don't know. Is anybody in the room a female? I would feel bad if I said that. I don't want someone getting mad at me. I just was going to make a joke, but I probably shouldn't make jokes. And actually, now that I say that, even though I asked that question, I'm sure somebody can figure out what popped into my head for a quick minute. Let's see, fighting a Disney auto pay charge right now. Exactly. It's crazy. Me too, Battle Crypto. Eve, there you go. Let's see, Tangled in Blue. Okay, I'm only kidding. Great. Now I'm going to see another one cancel their membership for a joke. No, I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just playing. Only because, like I said, one of those names that have the fire next to their name, I missed their comment. The comments were coming in so fast. It's hard to keep up with all these comments. Look at them. You know, the comments were coming in one day, and I somehow missed a comment, and the person got mad at me and canceled their membership. And I thought it was a joke at first, but I felt bad. I mentioned it the next morning, first thing on the video. I said, I just want to apologize to so-and-so that I had missed the comment, but this was the comment, and I'd read it and answered it. And then the person, I don't think, ever saw it because their membership was canceled. So, yeah. Let's see here. With that being said, we're going to run this thing. So super excited. Thank you so much for upgrading your membership. Tangled in Blue. Appreciate that. And JM, thank you so much for becoming a member and upgrading your membership. And Scott McNeil, thank you so much for donating 5 memberships to the channel. Super cool of you, and you did that actually 2 nights, so thank you very much. With that being said, we are going to shuffle the names. We're going to run this thing. It is the last name on the wheel, so we're going to be talking while I'm spinning. And then as we're talking and spinning the wheel, I probably won't say anybody's names. It's rare that I say a name because it is bad luck, I think, if I say a name. Some people don't believe in luck. However, I had someone, I don't know if it was the last one or the one before that, where they said, oh, you can say my name, I ain't worried. And I said, okay, so-and-so. And then it popped up. Within 2 spins, it popped up. And I was like, what in the world? They had to bring it up. And you actually did answer their comment after they brought it up. They were ticked. You missed it the first time. Oh, no. Okay, hold on. Let me understand that. They had to bring it up, and you actually did answer their comment after they brought it up. They were ticked that you missed it. I'm not really sure what you mean. Explain that a little bit more. I thought we broke that curse a couple times. No, I don't think so. I think that curse is still... bring on the Wheel of Fate. There it is. I mean, obviously your odds, I mean, there's no way I could say someone's name at 124 and it's going to come up. But as we get halfway, it seems like it does come up. It would blow my mind if someone said, say my name in the beginning, and their name was like one of the first ones to get canceled. That would be crazy. Okay, so we got all the names ready. I'm going to shuffle them up. We're running this now. We've been on for an hour. So shuffling all the names up. Boom, 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 boom. Everybody's names is on there. We're shuffling them up really good. And with that being said, we're going to start canceling some names right here. People get fussy when you don't see their comment. Yeah, I know they do, and I feel bad. Okay, I thought it was during a live chat that they said you missed their comment. It was, I think, during a live chat that they had said it. So we went back and read it and answered it. Yeah, at that point, I think they got mad. I do remember that now. I think they got mad, and they still canceled it. And I don't even think they were on. I think they got mad that I didn't see it maybe right off, or maybe I didn't see it at all until they mentioned it. But who knows? With that being said, first name to be eliminated. Remember, it's the last name on the wheel, so this does take a little while. So I'll be answering questions, talking a little bit. Oh, no. We lost one, but that's only one. That person has 3 entries, so they still got 2. So I'm not going to read the names. In fact, it's kind of hard to even read the names because if they've got 1 or 2, I don't want to say the name and delete them. So we're going to remove and then keep spinning names. Crybabies. Someone said, if you're that petty, that you got mad because you didn't answer them right away. Bye-bye. Yeah, I mean, but anybody should know. I think out of all the YouTube channels that I follow, most of the time, I don't even get my comments read. That's why I don't even leave comments on videos anymore. Because I do follow some channels, but I've never gotten, rarely do I get a reply from a YouTuber. Usually I'll just get like a heart next to my name. They just kind of go through, hit the thumbs up, heart, and they do that the whole way down. Ooh, there goes one right off, and that's what I was talking about. Let's see. He ignored my hello. I'm sorry. I don't care. Hundreds of other channels. Oh, no. I would never intentionally ignore anything. In fact, oh my word. Oh no, that wasn't you. Okay, I was like, did I just eliminate? But no, it wasn't. Because I actually just eliminated someone that had that. That had a flame next to their name. I must admit, it makes my day when T says my name or reads my comments. I would be very sad if he didn't. I'm telling you, I spend a lot of time replying to comments, but I do skip days. I mean, right now, there was a day 3 days ago that I didn't answer any comments, and I have not caught back up to that because it was technically like the last 3 days that I did not answer comments, but I went back and answered the last couple days, and I'm still kind of catching up. So if I look at my comments, it says 3 days old. But here's the thing. I can't answer. I'm not really supposed to answer comments from today's video today because it does something with the whole algorithm. Essentially, I've noticed that if I reply and you click on the video to see my reply, it shows up that you only watched the video for like a minute, and it messes kind of with the algorithm a little bit. I've been a fan for a long time. That's awesome. I appreciate that. So we are at 113 total entries. And like I said, once we start giving gold, if we're giving gold, there is not going to be multiple entries, which would actually make this go a lot faster. Let's see. People need more patience now, more than ever. When someone is running a live stream, there is a lot going on. No, you didn't win. You had one of your 2 entries eliminated. That's what we're doing right now. We're eliminating all the entries until we're down to 1. You want to be the last name on the wheel. So I guess you saw that your name came up once already. But keep in mind, depending on what level, you got 2 or 3 entries. Or 1 entry in some cases. But you're classified as a super stacker, a super member. A super stacker. I should have called it that. An obsessed stacker, a super stacker, or a regular stacker. In fact, I like that. You'll see, if you see like a B or a C, in your case, yours said your number and then it said B next to it. So that means you still have 1 more name on the wheel. Last name on the wheel is the winner. You did, newbie coin. Oh, shoot! 1 Care Bear stare. Laugh out loud, Care Bear stare. It's pretty early, so it's probably not gonna affect the curse. Let's see. Yeah, this is just something now that we spend this takes like 30 minutes and we'll sit here and talk. People can ask questions. And if anybody has a question, a silver question, go ahead, spark up the conversation. I do this like this because there are people watching this video. They're going to watch. Someone caught it. Scott, you caught it, didn't you? Don't say it, though. If people didn't catch it, they didn't catch it. Is Lord Humongous still around? I've not seen him. I've always wondered what happened to him. I actually have a couple of W quarters here for him, too. I can't remember if it was 1 or 2. I haven't seen him in forever. Still got his email. I could email him again, but he never replied back to me. No reply back, I get hurt too. I've got patience, but let's see here. But I like doing for the record, I like doing it this way, the last name on the wheel, because it gives us time to talk. So, how fast do we go to $90? Let's take a minute and think about that for a quick minute. Hold on. I started following you around 6 years ago. Sure, I'm glad I took the good advice and still holding on tight. Oh, absolutely. How fast do we hit 90? So, I don't think there's a chance of us seeing anything until next week. No, I'm not at all positive until next week. Some people are positive for Friday. I'm not really positive for Friday because if I worked on Wall Street, I'm not going back to work on Friday. I'm not going back to work until Monday. If I'm already out Thursday and I'm off on Saturday and Sunday, you're not going to get me to go in on one day. I'm just going to stay on vacation wherever I went. What would make you think about selling off your silver? The Philippines. I'm just kidding. No. Although I may sell off some if I go to the Philippines. Sell off everything, though. What would make me sell it off? A forever home. A home that meets all my criteria that I'm looking for. And being able to put a nice down payment on it. Because here's the thing. I really believe homes are probably going to continue to go up in value. But if we saw a sharp crash in the housing market and at the same time a huge spike in gold and silver, I'm convinced people wouldn't be able to afford homes. And you would be able to go to the bank and say, look, I got this much in coins. I want to sell it or give it to you, gold, silver, whatever the case may be. I want that to be a partial payment on my new home. I want the house that you have on your books. That's a foreclosure. Can we work something out? And I'm convinced the bank would say yes. I'll be very happy if silver ends up sitting around $75 US. I'm guessing so that means you can buy more. Because I'll be honest, I kind of want to see us go to a couple hundred. Bro, you better start stacking these Balbasis. I'm not sure if I said that word right. I think that's a coin. Using metal to supplement retirement. Yep. T-Square, are you still growing vegetables? So, that's a good conversation right there. I'm going to get to that in just a second here. So using metals to supplement retirement, that's exactly what my plan is right now. Just down the road, sell. Think about it right now. If you just sold 2 ounces a week right now, that's $150 spending money each week. Most people's Social Security should be able to make them survive, but they're not going to have any extra money for fun. 10 ounces of silver a month. Think about 10 ounces right now. That's an extra almost $800 a month. 10 ounces. That's a subsidy right there. So yeah, that's kind of been my plan right there is what I want to do. Okay, so T-Square, you still growing vegetables. So right now, let me scratch my hand real quick. Right now, I'm not growing anything. Some of y'all know I'm moving, and I want to start a new garden at my new place. However, I say I'm not growing anything. Somebody gave me, they're called coyote squash. And I was like, what the heck do I do with that? I didn't know what to do with it at first. I just put them in a bowl, put them on the counter, and left them there. Some people might find this disgusting. I just left them there. And I was like, what am I going to do? And sometimes when you're busy, you're working on a lot of stuff, it started growing. It literally started growing in the bowl. All of a sudden, one day, I'm looking at it, and I was like, is that a little shoot? I lifted it up, and there's like a little root system. No dirt. It's just in air on top of a couple other ones. And there's a little stem coming out of it, like 2 inches tall. And I was like, what the heck? It's only been sitting there like a week and a half. And so I was like, oh, that's cool. I'll move it a little closer to the window so we can get some sunlight. And then a week later, I looked at it, and they were all rooting. All of them. And I was like, what the heck? And so I started looking online how easy it is to grow coyote squash. And it said it's like the easiest things to grow. It doesn't need water hardly. Very minimum water. It works great in sand. It doesn't matter if it even has soil. It'll start growing. And I was like, what the heck? I mean, it's growing in a fruit bowl on my counter. Now, I do want to hurry up and get it in the ground. But we had a frost the other day, or a freeze. We don't see a lot of freezes where I'm at because I'm close to the water. Hey, I'm going to let it keep growing. When I get to my new place, I'm going to run the whole property fence line with these things because they said they vine up to 40 feet. They can produce over 100 squash per plant. I'm going to just set it up as a whole fence line thing. I might even do it around the house. I might have it try to cover my house. I might even put some plant pots on my roof and see if it will just grow and just cover the whole house. I mean, although I do some weird things. You guys have seen, I've got one friend, he's like, dude, for a guy that don't like attention, you sure do bring it on yourself. I said, what do you mean? He goes, your backyard looks like Children of the Corn. You could literally hide a sniper in your backyard. And I said, well, I mean, he goes, take a look. He goes, look, I'm going to walk through your backyard and you see if you can see me at all times. Sure enough, once you got into the corn, I couldn't see you. And he goes, and you got like your whole backyard covered in this stuff, 12 feet high corn. So yeah, I'm big on, I love gardening. Let's see. So that was that one. Now I'm getting caught up on comments again. It's getting late here. Happy New Year. Okay. I was about ready to say your name. I don't want to say a name, but I thought it, unfortunately. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I even thought it, because who knows? Who knows if it's the thinking? Maybe I'm telepathic and I'm going to control the wheel to... okay, good. You weren't anywhere then. I don't even know who's on the wheel now, so... Needless to say, yes, it is getting late here, too. It is 10:48 here right now. So, yeah, it's getting late. I'm in Perth. The emoji drew my attention real quick. That's why I was reading that comment out of order. Yeah, I'll have to say, because Happy New Year at 11 o'clock to a lot of you that are in the East Coast. Let's see here. I saw a video today that mentioned $1.25 was the minimum wage in the mid-1960s. $1.25 face an hour today equivalates to $64 an hour, or $512 a day. Yeah, that's exactly why we don't use silver quarters anymore, because they realize the silver would have held value. They can't water it down when we're using silver, like if we're using paper money. I agree with that. And here's the thing to consider. That's exactly why I tell people that silver does not just keep up with prices. It can far exceed prices. Because, I mean, $64 an hour is a lot when you think about it. I mean, that would be huge. If you're making I don't think I know anybody that's making $64 an hour. They might be being billed out. I mean, when I worked for the refineries for a private company. Whoa, what just happened? Oh, phew. 68, okay, I'm just making sure. I was like, oh, shoot. Someone else said it, too. I was like, what just happened? The whole screen went black for a second. I was freaking out. I was like, if that just lost that and I got to start that all over again, I would be PO'd. And I've said this from the get-go. If something ever happens and I lost power or something, we start over. Unless there's like, it's determined, because this is live streaming. So if there's only a few names on the wheel and I can make it out, but I can't make it out if, because this is all being recorded right now. I'm going to announce this right now again. If I know how many names are on the wheel exactly, then we would continue. But I can't tell the wheel right now with this many names on here. Once we get down to where it's one screen, usually I think it's like 18 to 20, then yeah. Now I just lost my train of thought to what I was even saying. Very cool. I'm in Perth. It's freaking hot. I'm growing mangoes, bananas, potatoes, pumpkins, peanuts, chilies, 13 different types of tomatoes, and others. Great for mental health. That's why I like growing my own stuff. That's awesome. Oh, wow. Ouch. Yeah. That would have been nerve-wracking if that had just lost that. Go ahead and comment, because I don't see any new comments. This way I know that you guys can still see me. I don't know what happened. That was crazy. I got freaked out, dude. I think I almost had a heart attack. And someone said it because they said, ouch. Come on, somebody ask me a question. I need something to talk about. Just quiet air. 65 names. Okay, there we go. Still here. I missed any glitch. Okay. Let's see. And then I got my dog trying to climb up on top of me right now. Fireworks, and it's probably going to be bad tonight. I can still see you. Nice. Okay. Some of y'all may not be update. If you want to be update, you can hit that little red dot at the bottom, because over time, commercials come up. And when a commercial comes up, you watch the commercial or you have to sit through it, little by little, them commercials cost you like 15 seconds back. But then again, some people don't like being 100% up to date on the video, because if you all of a sudden made yourself up to date right now, then you might miss something over the, that 1 minute delay. So what kind of dog? So I have two. One of them is a German Shepherd, and the other one is a stray mix. I almost think she's a rat terrier, but I don't know. She looks like she's just a little one. But she always she runs out, and if any field rats, she'll go and like take it out and bring it to the house. Not alive, obviously. And I started out one day, and I don't even know if it was a rat or a mole, but she would just sit on the back lawn, right all the way up on the edge, and just sit there. I don't know what she was doing. She never moved. She would just sit there and watch something that I didn't see. And then one day she brought something to the door, not alive anymore. And I was like, "Oh, what did you get?" And so she spit it out, and I bagged it up, and then I gave her a couple hot dogs as a treat. And now she kind of makes a habit. She knows that if she takes something out, it's good. Now, unfortunately, when I had all my chickens, she did do that with chickens too, which was very bad. And that she got a spanking. So I think she got a little maybe confused. Dogs are the best. That's awesome. Yeah. So both the dogs that I have, though, they are stray. They're strays. Because I picked them up off the road. However, the German Shepherd, I was told, is an actual German Shepherd, without any question. But fireworks, pew-pew shots, all that stuff freaks him out. The loud noises, but extremely observant. And the other one is really observant, the little one. Alerts me. If anybody even steps foot on my property, I literally know it instantly, because she lets me know. If the person gets too close to the house, it's funny because she'll give me one bark. Just one. Not going crazy, but just one bark lets me know that someone is really close to the house. But some of my friends that she knows, she don't do that. I had one of my friends walk right up to my window, and I'm sitting right there, and all of a sudden popped up and freaked me out. And I was like, what the heck? She didn't even know you were there. But that's someone that she knows. I don't know if it's because they can tell who the person is. Down to 51 names. Let's see. I still see you. We're watching. Yeah, it's a slow. It takes a while. But I like that. Because one, I'm building up my watch time. And two, we get to talk. Do you write down your blood sugar when you wake up? No, I stopped doing that, actually. I was writing it down when it was, 400 or 500, because I wanted my doctor to know. But once they put me on medicine and I started taking it, within a week, I was under 200. And then now I checked it the other morning, and it was only 150. So I was like, oh, my word, it's still going down. And I haven't checked it in a couple days. I'll probably end up checking it tonight or tomorrow, although I heard you shouldn't check it at night. But I'm more worried about the spikes. I know the medicine is doing something for me in a positive way, because I know it's doing something in a positive way because I don't feel as tired during the day. Let's be honest, I don't sleep. Some of y'all know that about me, that I almost never sleep. And I'm just looking at something real quick. Some of y'all know I don't sleep. And essentially the only thing that would put me down is carbs. Now, welcome to the party. Someone just subscribed. Thank you so much. for that. I do appreciate that. I'll see who that was here in a minute. Before I really knew about the sugar levels and stuff, unfortunately, I would eat certain types of food and it would help me sleep. Family size bag of chips, not the right way to help you sleep. But I didn't understand why it would help me sleep at the time. Some pasta, some ramen noodles, maybe a couple pieces of leftover fried chicken, all that stuff would help me sleep. Good day, DTS. Happy New Year. I hope everybody's having a great day. I'm not sure what DTS... Oh, I do know what DTS means. I see it now. Let's get caught up on the comments. Screen went dark, so we all went to our pew-pews, as you like to say. Yeah, because I don't like to say that word, because if I say the bad word, the views tend to plunge. My videos don't get shared. Down to 40 names, 39. Let's see here. You worry me, T. I really hope your health stuff keeps improving. Oh, I appreciate that. So I think it's going to improve because here's the thing. Starting tomorrow, I'm hoping to do my New Year's resolution video. There's not really much to talk about on silver right now. So I will probably do my New Year's resolution video. So I'm going to tell you guys what my New Year's resolutions are in tomorrow's video. It's not really something everybody's going to watch because they might be like, that's not really that interesting. But for me, it is. I enjoy it. I'll mention it. And I'll talk a few minutes probably about silver still. I think it's important that people set up New Year's resolutions. I'll be honest. Last year, one of my New Year's resolutions last year and this year is to quit gambling. If you really personally know me, you know that I like to gamble. And if you don't know me, you might have seen some of my gambling videos. So you know I like to gamble. And, oh, I am so sorry. That is your second entry right there, if you're still watching. I do like to gamble, and last year I made it 96 days without gambling one time. And as soon as I broke it on accident and bought one lottery ticket, I just had a day where I forgot, bought the lottery ticket, and then I felt bad that I had broken it, and I couldn't start back at one day. I just stopped, and the New Year's resolution went out the window. This year, I'm hoping to beat 96 days, but here's the thing. If you like to gamble and you go 96 days without gambling, you have accomplished a lot. I mean, let's just say you gamble $500 a month. You just save $1,500 that you can put something else. Some of my other New Year's resolutions, I want to go back to working on my book. I want to go back to working on my class idea. I want to start exercising for like an hour every day, maybe twice a day. Start lifting weights again at home. Start walking again or jogging. Try to eat healthy. No more soda of any kind. For the first month, I want to do strictly water. I'm looking for something to add to the water so it doesn't just taste like water when you need a treat. I went today at the grocery store and I was looking at these little packets, but I didn't like that it said it had 3 sugars in it. I'm trying to really lower my sugar level. So they've got to have something out there that has no sugar in it, which is kind of what I'm hoping for. Let's see. Happy New Year's to everybody on the East Coast. You are now a new year already. So Happy New Year to those of you on the East Coast. I'm not at Happy New Year yet, but still got 47 minutes. Down to 26 names. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Every bet not made is 100% guaranteed money that you can put into precious metals. Um, ooh, yeah. So with that, one of my resolutions, some people ain't gonna like, for the time being, no silver purchases whatsoever. No precious metals purchases, with a couple exceptions. If you can get a box of pennies at the bank and go through them, that's allowed. Now, someone might ask me, what? Everybody else is making resolutions to buy more precious metals. Why would you make a resolution to not buy any precious metals? Does anybody want to guess? See if you can guess. I'll see if anybody guesses it. There is a reason why I have the intention to hopefully buy no precious metals, at least for the first 6 months. We'll see. That's going to be very tough for me. Does anybody want to take a guess? Why would I make a resolution like that? No precious metals for 6 months. Let's see. Reading through every bet's one you kept. The best way to keep up with resolutions is find someone that shares it with you. That's why I will tell you in tomorrow morning's video every one of my resolutions. And then I'll also tell you when I fold on them. You can gamble only if you write down how much exactly you plan to spend. So that is one thing. One of my buddies that owns a convenience store, he's like, it's okay to buy a ticket here and there. It's okay. But you lose one and you want to double down, triple down, quadruple down. Before you know it, I can't keep up fast enough with you taking a ticket, scratching a barcode, and scanning it. And that's all I do. I just scratch the barcode and one and done. It finally got me. Let's see. Yeah, gambling can be rough. You can gamble only what you write down. Yeah, I can't do that. I tend to like to gamble. Prices are too high. That's not correct. There's another reason why for at least the first 6 months of the year, I don't plan on buying any precious metals if I can. Already got yours. That's not the reason. It's another I don't actually know. That could be a borderline right answer. It's not the actual answer, but it does have a little something to do with what you just wrote. You got yours. Wrap up that credit card. There you go. Battle Cryptologist. You guessed it. Wrap up that credit card, yo. Pay off that credit card, Reckless Collection said. Conrad, pay off that credit. Ooh. Is your name still up there? Oh, no. I didn't. Pay off that credit card. Copper. That's good. No, gambling will be great resolution for you then. Yeah. And here's the deal. So someone left me a comment. Someone that I don't see eye to eye with. I'll be honest. Me and him have kind of butted heads a lot over the years. And he's been following the channel. I think the very first comment he wrote me was kind of a little bit of a, I don't want to say mean, but it might have been considered a little bit mean at first. And I just shrugged it off, and he kind of laughed at it. He laughed at my response because I can take a total trash talk comment and spin it. And, you know, because it doesn't really get to me that much. Needless to say, then the person started following the channel, and we still don't see eye to eye. However, he still watches the channel. And he told me that in today's message, in today's comment. And I actually saved it because I'm going to talk about what he wrote in a challenge first comment. Challenge the first comment. Not sure what that means. I think I might, but I'm not sure. Oh, I am so sorry. Yeah, we're down to 9 people now. So a lot of times these credit cards, I don't regret buying as what I did on credit card, first of all. I ended up spending a good amount of money on my credit card and not mean, but challenged your beliefs. Yes. Okay, yeah. That's pretty much what it was. But it also had, I think, a little bit of a rude, like you're an idiot kind of spin to it. But definitely challenged my beliefs. And I can take any, I mean, I've had people leave me comments, you're a fat ass, that type of thing. And it doesn't faze me. It really doesn't. Down to 6 names. So, needless to say, that wasn't what the comment was, but I'm just saying. Down to 5 people left. Four people left. And this is where it gets stressful. If you're one of the 4 names on the wheel, it can get really stressful here because people are watching it and, oh no, I'm so sorry, Chris. Which bums because I actually have a prize already for you that I've been meaning to get to you. So I am so sorry, Chris. 3 names. Oh no. I just glanced up at the names too and I said, JM, you were one that just became a member tonight. And you were just 2 names away from winning. I don't even know if you're still in the room watching. So sorry. So the next name to get clicked on is eliminated, and the final name is the winner. Oh, no. Conrad, you are in the room, too. Conrad, don't throw the keyboard. I am so sorry, Conrad. I know you were watching that. So sorry. And JM was still in the room, too. Both of you were in the room. I am so sorry. That does definitely sting when you make it all the way to the end. That's the only thing I hate about these drawings is when people make it almost to the end and then they get bumped out. I am so sorry. And here's the thing, though. It wasn't, I think it was last month. I was red, and then I turned to blue. So the names always revert. When there's 4 names, it will always be mixed colors. When there's 3 names, it will always be that one. When there's 2, it will always be 1 color, 2 colors. And then when the last color on the wheel is always going to be blue, no matter what. Oh, no. And that's because the way the wheel shrinks. I am so sorry. 2 of you in the room watching. Smug the Magnificent. You're not in the room, but you are the official winner tonight. It's all good. That was fun. Yeah. Oh, I still got to finish talking that comment. What was I saying? Oh, the New Year's thing. So, Smug, you are the official winner. Smug the Magnificent. Been a member for a while. Number 40. You've been a member for a little over a year, I think. So, congratulations. You are the winner. So, back to that original comment real quick, though. So, the comment that I had gotten in, and I'll tell you guys a little bit about it right now. However, I'm going to talk about it in an upcoming video. In fact, I'm going to talk about it in tomorrow's video because it's going to come up, I think, that why would you make a New Year's resolution and not buy metals? So you guys know I spent a lot on credit card. I had a year to pay it off. My original goal, I bought at $32, I think it was, or $31. And my original goal was, okay, I'll just stop buying metal. I'll buy it all now, stop buying, and over the next 6 months, I'll pay it off. Then the price started climbing. Then we had another little dip where it jumped up to 54, and then it went down to 45. And, of course, I'm going to buy. You get 55, and now we're at 45. We had 55, and then we went down to 45. Essentially, I'm buying. And so I ended up pushing myself even more and bought. And it was cool. I didn't buy anything from 46, 47, 48, 49. I didn't buy anything really at all for a while. But now somebody left me a comment today, and it said, you better be careful, dude. I'm not against someone buying on credit. But before you know it, it's going to be the end of a year. And you may still owe money. And if you still owe money, you know what happens, don't you? Well, that's when they kick in that 29% interest rate. And if you owe $10,000 or whatever, it can catch up with you real quick. So I've got to really crack the whip now and start slamming it. And I don't just owe I don't just owe $10,000. I pushed myself, and I pushed myself hard. And some of y'all may know what I spent. But I got to say, still, I will stand by $32 silver was a heck of a deal. I'm sure if anybody in the room right now could max out their credit card at $32 an ounce, they would jump on that. But the problem is, now I owe that money, and I have not really put too big of a dent in it, and I've got to pay it back. And I don't want to pay a 29% interest rate and then end up having a good decision turn into crap because I made the mistake of not paying it off in time. Another fun one. Congratulations, Smug. Thank you so much. You still have to do your taxes and get your refund. So I haven't even done my taxes from 7 or 8 months ago. I should have done them. The beginning of this year, I should have filed my taxes. I filed a 6-month extension, which pushed it back to like the 9th month, I think. And then I talked to my CPA, and she's like, dude, they owe you. You can drag it out for however long you really want if you're getting a refund. That has been considered. However, unfortunately, it doesn't get any better from here. I'm honest with you guys. I tell you guys anything. Let me think how to say this. I'm thinking here because I don't want to. I'm not really looking who's in the room, but I am thinking it. So legally, I've got to split that with someone, and right now, because of the situation, I pretty much got to turn that whole half over to her. So I won't be getting that refund. However, on the flip side of that, I'm not going to drag out the 2025 refund because I'm going to do the 2024 refund, get that done, let her have that, and that will square everything up kind of between me and her. And then the 2025 one, we've decided we're still filing together. And so we will be splitting that one. And I will use half that to pay. And then I still have 6 months to chip it down. I'll be honest, I tend to push under pressure, though. So I can crack down. That means I can work harder on YouTube. I will also be showing my YouTube numbers, actually, probably tomorrow's video, because I had someone say, dude, you're not hurting. You make $2,000-$3,000 a month on YouTube. You can't be hurting. End of military retirement. I'm like, I don't know. Does anybody want to take a quick guess? I mean, you'll see it tomorrow. Anybody want to take a guess what YouTube pays me a month? I don't mind sharing it because I'm going to share it tomorrow. Anybody want to guess? I'm going to be honest, but I'm going to give y'all like 2-3 minutes to guess it. So we're at 2 hours and 4 minutes. I'll give it 2 minutes for people to put their guess in. We're talking a monthly. How much do you think YouTube pays me a month to do these videos? That means I gotta be clear. By YouTube pay, that means membership money. That means super chat money. That means no, it's more than a few hundred a year. No, I'm talking a month. How much do you think I get a month? We got one guess for $4.25. We got one guess for $300. We're just talking a month. Let me put it this way: it's going to be a good enough number, obviously, because I also. Oh no, Conrad, you're way too low on that. I keep in mind, Conrad, I give out an ounce of silver every month. If at $2 a membership, we got 78 memberships. That means I've got to get at least $78 just for memberships because I get half that. So that's 78. I get commercials, super chats. Somebody gave me a $20 super chat today. So all that gets split. So my super chat gets split, so I get $10 for that. I get 77 members. Technically, I would say $1.99, but some of y'all are paying $4.99. Some of y'all pay $9.99. I get half of all that money. And commercials, I get half of that money. I'll tell you what, the first two guesses were in the closest range. And then all of a sudden it just fell off a cliff. I think Conrad's 20 or 30 a month brought everybody down quite a bit. Jack saying 425, JM saying 425 now. So let's see if I can show you right now, because I'm not ashamed to show you. I've got to do this for a quick second because I've got to hide my bank account information from showing real quick. But I'm going to show you guys. Digital board. I've got to go to the screen, and to get to the screen, I have to show my bank account number. Let's see here. Find it here. Analytics. Analytics. You go to your analytics page, and then you go to your revenue page, and then scroll down. See more. Estimated revenue. Let's see here how it says it here. No, that's videos. I gotta find it. I don't know how to do it on here, so bear with me. I don't generally look at it through here. You guys right now are just looking at one of my cameras real quick. I'm trying to find how you find it. Give me a quick second. It's been a while since I've done this on here. Shoot. Darn, I didn't think this would be that high. Not high in pay. I didn't think this would be that hard to find it. But since some people think I'm full of it, I've got to show it. Let's see here. Well, estimated revenue, that's $50 off right there. Earn? Let's see what this does. Earn YouTube page. Okay, I think I'm close. Get started. Oh, hey, is that how I found my And I'll be honest, that's one of the reasons why I haven't filed my taxes, because I don't know how to get my revenue. I didn't get my W-2 from AdSense. However, I might be able to do it right here through this program, right here through YouTube. I don't know how to find it. You know. Oh, maybe it says earn. Shorts, watch, brand, giving, education, super gifts, membership, shorts. Well, about this ads, view analytics, see my analytics, ads. I might not be able to show it, but I'm glad it came up. Okay, actually maybe this is it. Oh, here it is. So this is showing for 28 days estimated revenue here, but that's only for views. So here I'm gonna switch in for well, I don't know, actually that's not. I kind of want to see everything. Lifetime. Can I see lifetime? Hold on, give me a second. I'm still looking. Double check what you're about ready to show before you show us. Oh yes, Conrad, that's exactly. I told Samsung he won't. I told Smug he won't. Is he in the room? Hold on. Holy smokes! Darn. Yeah, that's the life of my channel, but that's divided by 10 years. So that's kind of inaccurate. I'm looking to make sure it doesn't have any personal. I think, Conrad, for you saying that, you must remember, dude, you need the farmer's market to Coyote Squash. Yes, I will probably do that. Tangled in Blue said 500. That's why some of us use PayPal. Oh, that's true too. I didn't think of that, but that's only there's only a couple of you that did the PayPal. I don't know if I can really show this page. I'm looking. Like you said, double check. Conrad, I'm guessing you were on when I had accidentally shared something one time that I wasn't supposed to share. Let's see. I mean, most people probably ain't even watching. How many views do I got right now, out of curiosity? How many people are watching this video? Because most people ain't going to make it to the end. Once they find out, they'll probably just fast forward to the end. Okay, I don't think there's anything. Conrad, if you see anything, give me the okay to. No, you can't show that. Because I'm going to show this. So if you see something that I shouldn't have showed, Conrad, please let me know. You caught it last time when I showed something. I see 18. Okay, 18 viewers. Okay, that's cool. I trust all 18 of you. If I knew who the 18 was. I'm just kidding. Okay, switching over. Boom. So now you can see what I'm looking at. Still here. Boom. So in the last 10 years of doing YouTube videos, I have made a grand total of $14,615. So you could divide that by 10. However, you can't really divide that by 10 because way back here in 2017, technically 9 years of making YouTube videos, I was making so low that it doesn't even register 000. So it's less than a dollar. 79 cents, 50 cents, 32 cents, 35 cents. However, there were some big jumps you can see in this chart. However, now I'm going to change the camera again for a quick minute, and I'm going to show you where we are at now, because you have to understand I'm trying to grow the channel and push myself by making more videos. I'm thinking about re-upping my schedule here on YouTube and doing Monday through Friday morning videos. Saturday, a morning, don't let Uncle... Oh, no. No. Don't let the Uncle IRS see that. So here's the deal. They see that because I get a W-2 from Google, and the IRS sends it to me, and they send it to Uncle Sam. And that's how that works. So I've got to pay taxes on all that money. They get their share. Oh, Smug, you are in the room. Did you follow? Have you been here the whole time? Did you follow, or did you just walk in? Smug, I see laugh out loud. Have you been in here, or did you just get in right now? Come on, talk to us, buddy. I like the morning vids. So, yeah, okay, so back to that other thing while I'm fixing this. You're seeing that right now. So I'm going to jump over here and do this to show you a different angle. However, if I do my short videos like I'm supposed to, and I do my regular videos like I'm supposed to, now keep in mind, this is just an estimate. The month for me is over in 23 minutes. And this is an estimate, so this will change. Going broke slowly per hour income. Yeah, oh yeah. When you see this will shock you. Boom. I'm making sure there's nothing on here, but I'm going to show you guys. I love you all, so like I said, I trust all 18 of you. Unless someone else just jumped in. Is there 19 of you now or 18? I'm just kidding. I want to know. I'm waiting to hear from Smug. Smug, the Magnificent. I kind of want to hear if he's even following with us. I kind of want to have a one-on-one with him for a quick, not a one-on-one, a one-on. I want to talk with him for a minute, specifically. Let's see, going broke slowly. Okay, so there's nothing here that I'm worried about showing. 21 now. Uh-oh, 21 of you. Maybe there's one of you I don't trust. Nah, I trust you guys. I don't care. Just looking. There's no banking information. That's what I had to double check. But I'm showing you a different screen now. Boom. Boom. So this right here is my actual, what they call the dashboard. it tells me everything YouTube wants me to pay attention to. It tells me I have gained 91 subscribers in the last 28 days. It tells me I'm at 15,425. As I scroll down, it's going to give me my comment section. It's going to give me published video section. It's going to give me tips on things that I'm not doing right, like I am messing up. Smug is a silent winner. Yeah, I don't even know if he's even on anymore. He might have just popped in, hit that thumbs up button, and left. Or he scrolled back and he's trying to see if he was the winner or what's going on. I don't even think he knows. I saw howdy. I heard thank. Oh, I did see thank you. There was a thank you comment up here. So he might have known that he won. I don't know if he did know that he won. He was in and out real quick. But here's the key takeaway from what I was trying to tell you guys. In the last 28 days, I had 51,800 views. My watch time was 6,000 hours. My estimated revenue, which usually runs $50 high, is at $455. Now, of that $455, that actually could be accurate now because Scott had given 5 memberships. 5 memberships should have costed, I believe, from what I've learned, it should have costed $25. And of that $25, I'm going to get half of that. Plus, the live stream tonight will add views up. Plus, all my views today have not registered yet. So, that 455 could be close, but usually it's always running about $50 low. My goal is to try to hit 400 every month. And 400 at one time bought me 28 ounces of silver. However, I wasn't making 400 back then. Now, 400 only gets me 5 ounces of silver roughly. And so it's kind of less, actually, now that I think about it. But it doesn't seem like a lot, but it does add up. And here's the thing. When that person said, because I told him, I said, dude, you think I make $2-3 grand a month? I said, no. I said, I run about 400. And then of the 400, cancel out stuff that I spend on the channel to keep the channel afloat. I said, and that would probably take me down to 300 a month. And then after the 300 month, let's break that down by 30 days. That's $10 a day. Let's break that down by the 2 to 3 hours a day that I spend here. And that may take me down to $3 an hour. I mean, I won't say I'm worse than a waiter, but I think waiters make about $3 an hour. Maybe waiters are at $2. Anybody that knows a waiter, you'll have to tell me. So that's the deal with that. I use Brave browser, so no ad revenue from me. So no, that's not true actually. So now I'm going to jump here now that I showed you guys that. That way it ain't just sitting on there. People that use, well, I don't know how a browser works. I know if you pay YouTube a fee for no commercials, some people do have something. T would rather YouTube pays him in free lunches. Oh, heck yeah. I would rather get a free lunch than check for $20 that they're going to tax the heck out of it. At least a free lunch would be something else. So you ain't wrong, Conrad. You are exactly right. And there are a lot of people that understand that. I would rather have a free lunch than anything. That's actually funny you say that now because you just kind of gave me an idea. I'm ashamed to say it, Conrad, but you just gave me an idea on something. Yep. $25 a month or 2 lunches. That would actually work. That would actually work in my favor even, because by the time $25, by the time I get $25 from YouTube, it gets cut in half. I forgot about that. So 2 lunches would actually be awesome. And I know if New Marshall's still in the room, he's laughing right now at that comment and this conversation. So yeah, let's see. I like the morning video. Oh, I didn't finish telling you guys my new schedule that I want to focus on. Going Broke Slowly. I'm going to tell you my new schedule here in just a minute. Smug, Silent Winner. I own my personal beliefs is that all the ad revenue each of us produces is $20,000, which should roughly be split with us. The entire internet or Apple, Google owes me $10,000 a year. That would be nice to get up that high. I am hoping by the time I go to the Philippines in a year from now, I'm hoping in a year or two from now. See, here's the thing. To sell a house, you have to you don't have to live in it for 2 years, but to get tax breaks, to my knowledge, you have to live in it at least 2 years. Which means if I'm moving to one of my other houses and I go to sell it, I would probably have to live in it at least 2 years. 2 years out is going to put me close to 50 before I can sell it and not have that big tax hit. But I don't know. I have a CPA that handles all my stuff. T would rather YouTube paid him in lunch. Ad blocker is free. Is it ad blocker? YouTube has something, but they give us. YouTube looks at how many videos you've watched, and then they take your ad blocker fee, divide it by like 2, and then divvy up the remainder. So if you use the YouTube ad blocker, let's say it's $25 a month, they'll take $12.50 to my understanding, and they will divide that $12.50 amongst every video that you have watched in the course of a month. So I will see a couple little pennies come in from some people. But, it doesn't matter to me. It all works out. Let's see. What was that? Oh, my new schedule. So let's talk about my new schedule for a quick minute. This is my goal for the New Year's for my new schedule. My new schedule, I'm hoping to do Monday through Friday videos every morning. Saturday, I'm hoping to do my question and answer video every Saturday morning. Evenings, I am going to start implementing either a short video every evening or a comment from the daily video. So if today's video or yesterday's video, say, had a comment that I just thought was a really good comment or question, do a quick, not a long video, a quick 5-minute video where I talk about that comment. And then I may still do the short every night, 7 nights a week. That would give me 6 morning videos a week. That would give me 7 short 1-minute videos a week. And then I possibly will be doing 5 of the 5-minute videos a week. And then I'll have Sunday off with nothing more than a couple of short videos. However, if you followed me today, you saw that I put a lot of short videos up. I put like 3 short videos up today. And here's the thing. If you're lucky, I put them on at a time where I didn't know if it was a good time. I was just sitting there on the couch, and I was like, I'll throw up a short video real quick. And the first video had 1,700 views. So I was like, what the heck? At lunchtime? 1,700 people? That's huge. I mean, you can see all my views on the bottom of these videos. 17 is a big number for me. Then I was like, darn, dude. So I looked, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to throw another one on. So I threw another one on like 20 minutes later, 30 minutes later, and it did 500. I was like, that's still decent. And then 30 minutes after that one, I threw a third one on, and it did 1,100 videos. And I was like, man, I don't know, though. It could have just been because it was a holiday and everybody was maybe sitting at home doing nothing. I'm ready for your hater video. Oh, yeah, I think a lot of people are, and that's coming. That is definitely going to come. I'll probably have to try to put that together this next week. Maybe on the weekend, because the weekend, who knows? If I'm bored on Sunday, I may end up doing it on Sunday, because Sunday I don't really put up a video. A lot of people asked me to do a Sunday video last week, and it did pretty good, I think. I remember saying I was kind of surprised that a Sunday video did that good. Yeah, right here, Sunday emergency video. It did 2,100 views. When you look at my other videos, look, 497, but that's still early because that was today's video. 798, that's about average. 1,600 did really good for Monday. Or I'm sorry. Oh, that was Sunday night video. So that was kind of a fluke too. Right here, silver emergency video. That did 2,100. That was huge for a Sunday. Yes, I know I have videos that did more. Why silver regret? That did 3,900 views. Some videos just do really well. People like the topic, but on average, I would say I run about 800 views per video. Somebody said it could be the hype button that's causing views to kind of inch up. Like that's a high one. That's a higher than average. That's a higher than average. That's a higher than average. That's 893, pretty much average. These videos, the questions for Saturday, never do good. But that's okay. I do that for you guys because a lot of you you clickbaited us with the emergency. It was an emergency. Think about it. What happened on Sunday night? I mean, it was an emergency. Silver fell by $9. That was pretty much an emergency. However, I meant it's an emergency. We're going to see it skyrocket. Not it's an emergency. We're going to flatline. So it wasn't a clickbait. It was just the wrong emergency. I follow you on both my tablet and my computer. Oh, thank you so much, Scott. So, I'm going to say this, and I don't know if that applies. I don't know how it works. There are some members that do the $1.99 a month, but they have 2 memberships for $1.99. I don't know exactly how that plays out if they're on 2 separate devices, but for $1.99, you get to increase your odds of winning. Get the extra for the $1.99. But I don't know how that works. There's, I think, 2 or 3 members that have their name on there twice, and they're paying both memberships, so it can be done. I just don't know how it's done. Let's see here. I see here I am too. Silent winner, Smug. Okay, so you were here. Okay, you did see that you won. Okay. Make sure you shoot me an email, Smug, since you know you won now. You can shoot me an email, and you were even here, so that's cool. Hanging with the family, kids is firing off fireworks. Nice. And you just happen to stop in and say Happy New Year, and boom, free ounce of silver. That's pretty cool. Out of curiosity, too, it don't apply to tonight, but Smug, what level were you? I'm curious now. Does anybody remember? I don't remember. Let's see if I can figure this out. Oh, yeah, if you're 40, that means you're a regular fan. Okay. I just say that because if this was the one that we did gold, I was curious if you would have been eligible for the gold coin, or how that would have worked. But it depends the level, what level membership someone's at. And the fact that you just won today, I've only seen somebody win back-to-back months one time since I've been doing this. So, law of averages, I do play the average of how things play out. So, I've seen new members. I actually was wondering if JM was going to be the winner, because last month Tangled in Blue was a brand new member, and she won the first right off the bat. What kind of classes are you putting together? So the classes that I'm putting together, I have a friend that owns a Pew Pew business, and I happened to go in there wanting to take a Pew Pew class, and we got talking, and he said, how would you feel about giving a precious metals class? And I said, are you serious? He said, yeah. He said, I could fill it for you. I get calls every day asking if I sell precious metals. In fact, some of the stores that do Pew Pews actually have started selling silver in there. And so I was like, darn, dude. He said, I'll tell you what, take a month, try to put the stuff together. And I only met the guy probably about 3 weeks ago. And we hit it off right off the bat, becoming friends. And now we talk on a regular basis. And he said, I can fill the class for you, and we'll work it all out. And so I'm like, heck yeah, even if I don't make any money, but I get it in trade at the store, I would do that. That would be awesome, I think. And he said he could fill it. And so I've already got my first outline for my first class done, but I also want to hand out information packets. And then I want to have a Precious Metals 101 class. And then I want to have a Precious Metals 201 class where it's more advanced. And then possibly even have junior and senior level classes where it's more advanced, where it's not basics. Because some of y'all, when I talk to some of y'all in the comments and stuff, some of y'all are basic beginners. You don't really know what spot means compared to premiums. You may not know what junk silver is compared to regular bullion. Some of y'all don't know the difference between bullion and numismatic. Some of y'all don't know how to test metals, but you understand why you're buying them. But knowing how to test is very important. I actually had one of my friends call me up over the weekend, this past weekend, and he's like, hey, I got a question for you. My nephew or brother-in-law or whatever is here with me right now. Someone offered to trade him 6 ounces of silver for a hard drive or a motherboard or something. And I said, what is the motherboard worth, first of all? He said, between $400 and $600, depending on the sources. I said, okay. So 5 or 6 ounces is pretty good for it. I said, the problem is, do you know they're real? And I can't walk you through without showing you stuff, without having you there. It's hard to walk someone through that. Sorry, Smug, I didn't see your response till I mentioned it. International lecturing, yes. I do that here every Monday through Saturday. I do my international lecturing on wealth building and financial management. Although I am not a financial advisor, it's just wealth preservation and ways to build your wealth. And it's mostly just my opinion, not financial advice. That's kind of an inside joke that me and Conrad were joking about, because I said I hate it. Every time I go on a date with someone, that's like a question. What do you do for work? I can't say YouTube. If I say YouTube, I automatically am shot down as anything. If I say retired military, the next question is usually, what do you do with all your time during the day? If I say sitting around making YouTube videos, that's an automatic shot down too, and thus putting me in the life of single, to where I'm just going to have to pack my bags and go to the Philippines, where people don't ask you questions. And if you say you're a vlogger, oh my word, you're in the win zone right there. So that's kind of the joke with some people. Like, hey, I'm never going to find an American woman, I don't think, now, unless I change my profession. And I'm probably not going to do that, because I do like it. And like I showed you guys, I mean, I'm approaching where I might pretty soon make $500 a month side on just this. If I push my year, if I really crack down with a new schedule, I'm hoping to get my videos up to $1,000 a month. I'm hoping to get my class revenue, one class a month, maybe pop $500 off that. You figure, the guy said I can fit 25 people in the classroom. 25 people times $20. That's $500. Now I'd have to split that, but I think $20 might be a little cheap, because I asked my son and someone else, I said, what's the going rate on a class that you spend? You get information, you get a shot at winning a door prize, you get different, like a door prize, like maybe an ounce of silver, different little stuff. Maybe you give everybody a silver dime for free, or some cool silver coin that way they really understand what they're looking at. Those are little things that can kind of make a difference. If anybody has any ideas, feel free to shoot me an email. I am open to suggestions. I was told I have to write an outline, kind of. Don't try to go in there and wing it. But I don't know. Let's be honest. All these videos that y'all watch from me, most of them are wing. I just wing it. except I usually have a topic that I'm going to talk about for each video. That's the only thing I get. But I could do this in my sleep. I follow it so much. You could cover each of those topics in a class. You have agendas for a few classes already. Yes. So I've actually did an outline where I've got 7 different categories to talk about. I'll probably end up doing a video where I give you guys kind of the rough class, and then you can tell me if you think of a topic that I can use or something to add to it. International Man of Mystery and Leisure. Man of Mystery, Man of Leisure. Yep. Hopefully someday I'm going to be international. I've had a couple of my Filipino subscribers were telling me, man, Philippines would love to have you, bro. And I'm a little different. You guys know that about me, clearly. I mean, some people have commented, does he sleep? Not really. I don't sleep much. I have a really hard time sleeping. I used to sleep, but I had to cheat, and I didn't really know why it put me to sleep. Some fried chicken will put me to sleep. But now that I'm on medicine and I can eat fried chicken again because I'm on medicine, it doesn't put me to sleep anymore. So basically I was putting myself to sleep with carbs. And I was told eventually you're going to do that and you're not going to wake up. So I had to stop that. Tell them not to worry about it. You make $200 a month. So now I'm going to tell you a funny story since you just brought that up. International like Austin Powers. Yeah, baby. So I'm going to tell you a story since you just made that joke about $200 a month. So I get set up one time on a date with this girl. It was a blind date. I said, yeah, I'll go. So we went out to eat dinner, and we talked and stuff. And you know how some people you just don't hit it off with? And I'm not the type of guy that likes to be a bad guy. So as we were talking, I got asked, what do you do with your days? And I said, well, I sometimes mow lawns for friends, and I collect aluminum. So sometimes if I'm bored, I'll take a walk, and if I see any aluminum cans, I'll throw them in a bag and bring them home, and then I collect the metal, and then every once in a while I'll take it to the recycling yard. And she's like, oh. And then, yeah, me and you weren't really meant for each other. I'm not really, don't take this the wrong way, I'm not ready for a relationship, but it was great having dinner with you, and it ended there. And the next day, my buddy calls me up who set up the date. And he's like, what the heck happened, dude? I said, why? Because she said, next time you're going to try to set me up with someone, don't set me up with some broke. Well, we're not going to go any further on that. We'll just say broke person. I won't say the exact words that were used. And he's like, what did you tell her you did for a living? Did you tell her you mow lawns and pick up cans off the side of the road? And I said, well, I mean, I kind of did, but not really. I mean, she asked what I did with my days. Well, when I try to walk, if I see an aluminum can, yeah, I'll squish it, throw it in a bag. And when I get back home, I'll throw it in a bin. And then every, so often I'll take my copper and my aluminum and scraps to the scrapyard and melt it. He goes, okay. What else did you tell her? I said, do I not mow my lawn? I mow the lady's lawn down the street, the old lady. For her, I mow my lawn. I mow my rental property lawns. I mow my friend's lawn. And he's like, you made it sound like you're homeless and you're just like mowing lawns and picking up cans, bro. I said, I wasn't really interested in her, but obviously she was looking for someone that didn't meet my type. So I let her break up with me. And he's like, yeah, she didn't speak too highly of you. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I mean, I bought her dinner. He goes, yes, that was nice. I said, and I would have, been respectful no matter what. But so he got a kick out of that. I said, well, I mean, if she thinks I'm broke, then that's what she's looking for. She's looking for a man with money and, hey, that's it. So it's kind of funny. Scrolling through the comments. Let's see. Last Saturday, I bought $1,700, 25 ounces worth of sterling silverware. Nice. at an estate sale for only $32. Question is, how did I do it? I'll tell you how. So, first of all, that is awesome. I knew one person that she didn't know anything about silver. She heard it from me. She picked up some coins, and she was saving coins for a while, and then things got busy in life. She stopped, but she went to a yard sale, found a Quaker Oats container, a cylinder, Quaker Oats cylinder, whatever you call them, and it had newspaper in it. She opened up the newspaper and saw a bunch of silverware. And so she asked the person, how much for the dinner utensils? She didn't want to say silver. And the person said, how's $5 sound for all of it? And she said, I'll take it. And then she sent it to me and had something like 10 or 15 ounces of silver there for $5. Pretty crazy. So that was pretty awesome. Let's see. So yeah, you did very good with that. That is pretty incredible. Haha, yeah, the haha, I'm guessing that was from me picking up cans and mowing lawns. I mean, I don't like answering questions. When you go out for dinner on a first date, I hate questions. How much money do you have? What do you do for a living? I guess what do you do for a living, I can kind of understand that one. But how much money do you have? That's crazy. I've learned not even to mention YouTube at all. But I don't like the questions on how much money do you have. Let's see. Tell her you do anything I want. I'm retired military. That's actually a valid point. I have one of my friends tell me, he's like, I don't get you, bro. You're living the life right now. You get to do whatever you want. You're retired military. There is no reason for you to be ever down in the dumps. But who knows? That's why I kind of try to bury myself in YouTube videos, because every day when I see y'all's comments, it always makes me happy. Let's see. Not sure how you pronounce that word. Rice Cooley? I don't know. Are you the one that made YouTube videos about that? I didn't. I'm trying to think, though. I was just thinking about something else. Oh, I'm sorry. Bryce Cooley. That was a question to him. The silverware set has a stamp of a lion. And the estate sale worker did not know. They were looking for $925 sterling. Many people overlooked this stamp. Wow. Good eye, Bryce. The lion means British sterling. How much money do I have now? None. Yeah, I don't like that question. That is a huge red flag if you're asking about money. British sterling, lion symbol. British sterling, lion symbol, 925. Let's see if we can. British sterling lion symbol, known as a lion, present a walking lion. Official hallmark used since the 16th century. Silver is meeting the 925 purity. I want to see it. That is probably it, but I kind of want to see a better symbol of it. Okay, so nope. Let's see here. It could be this one, but I don't think that's it either. Let's add silverware. British sterling silverware, 925, lion picture on the silverware itself. I think this is going to be the answer right here, and you'll have to tell us, Cooley. enlarge that a little bit. I'm guessing it's one of these. Oh, you know what this makes me think of? I wonder if I can get a better image, though. Ooh, right there, maybe. Maybe even here. Couldn't you ping it? I don't think you can ping silverware. Someone will have to correct me. I'm not very good at silverware knowledge. I would pick it up, but I'm iffy about it. I was told look for the 925 as well. That if you see 925 on it, you can't go wrong. However, there is a lot of fakes out there. Gorham silver. I'm looking for a big picture. Ooh, silver markings. This might work. Decoding silverware markings. So, there's probably the lion right there. That's probably the lion that we're talking about. So, take a look at these other things if you see them. Sterling home marks and silver plate marks. Ooh! So, silver plated, probably bad over here. Sterling silver home marks. So, definitely familiarize yourself with these. We got some lions. We got, I don't know what that is, an eye. Because I have heard that it's not always going to have, not always you're going to have 925 on there. So that's awesome. That's great information to know. Let's see here. Good eye, Bryce. The lion means British sterling. I'm glad that you said that because now I'm familiar with what it looks like. And that's easy to find. You can find, people don't realize how much silver you can find at estate sales or antique sales. They don't always know exactly what they have. Ask her, how much money would you accept or take from me? Who knows? It's crazy. It drove me nuts when I hear that question, though. Because I am a simple person. I mean, I've had people tell me that I look poor. And I am to a certain point, but who knows? Knowledge is power. I make more money investing in silver than I did being a welder. Wow. Yeah, you can definitely do very well with it. Let's see here. I got to run. Smug the Magnificent, congratulations. Make sure you send me a email. Okay, got to run. I hear a lot of firecrackers. Oh, it's 12:01. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. It's funny you say that because I hear a lot too outside. I didn't even catch that. Thanks again. Happy New Year, everybody. You're welcome. Thank you so much for being a member. Couldn't you ping it? Pinging is dependent on the shape. Silverware varies in shape. Yeah, I didn't think you could ping it in silverware. I can't even use my Sigma on silverware in most cases. Some cases I guess I can, but it has to have a flat surface in order to use the Sigma. Is purity completed? Sometimes silver plated will have smaller stamps with a lion. Nice. That's good to know. I got lucky. I eventually had someone trade me that silverware because I traded her because she said she wanted to get rid of it and get generic ounces. And the person that made her an offer, she was going to take. And I said, can I match that offer and I'll take it? And she said, yeah. And so I ended up giving her the ounces of silver coins, and then I kept it. Years later, technically her ounces went up, technically my ounces went up, but I eventually met up with a good friend of mine that does precious metals refining, I guess you can say, and he buys stuff and then submits it to the refinery for melting. He's basically at a lower tier refiner spot, so he basically took mine for what other people would get, and then he just gave me the silver in pure form to replace it. So that was pretty cool. He said he might make a few dollars, but he doesn't know because shipping and all that, who knows. So I was like, I'm cool with that. Happy New Year. Good show, brother. Happy New Year, and keep learning more about silver. Yeah, we're going to wind up. We're almost at 3 hours, so we did what we had to do. We made it to the new year. I will be making my video tonight for tomorrow morning, so I still got a little longer to do this. So I'm going to wrap up here in just a minute. Picked up 14 cubic feet freezer for $150 at an estate sale during the summer. That's a really good deal. I would love to get a big freezer that works for a good price. All silverware may sound different than flatware or plated. I don't know. You may learn the difference. That would be something for an advanced class. Remember I told you I wanted to do different level classes? That may be something, and I may even have to bring a friend in for that class. Happy New Year, T, and everybody, except on the West Coast. Yeah, some of you guys. Who's on the West Coast? Anybody? Happy New Year. If you are in two of the time zones, the East Coast, or I guess I should say in the halfway point to the east, Happy New Year. If you're on the the western half, whether that be Las Vegas or California, or any state somewhere to the left of the middle, then Happy New Year. I guess I could probably say anybody to the west of El Paso. I think El Paso is where the cutoff is. Happy New Year. Cali here. Conrad, California. Darn, dude. You definitely could have used a win then, because California, do they even let you buy? Do they tax you on precious metals in California? Freezer like that retails for like $800. Yeah, that's up there. Scott McNeil, another one that could have used a win. Unless, well, actually, now that I think about it, probably all the West Coast now charges taxes, because I know Washington started. I think Oregon started. I don't know about California, but yeah, it's ramping up. They want to hit everybody on taxes. I want to get mine now, but that's it. I guess someone only has about 2 hours left. If I owned a coin shop and I was in one of them states, I would say we are going to be open until midnight today. So come in, get your purchases made before midnight. We're going to stay here until midnight, until new day. So who knows? Might have been able to pick up a little bit more, but I'm still convinced there's going to be a lot of coin shops that won't implement that right off. They won't get caught. They're not going to push their luck, but to be most efficient, need to save a... I just saw the announcement for the live feed. Larry, I'm about ready to get off here, but once I get off, I am going to text you a code if you want it. That has to be, you got to use that code tonight though, bro. I didn't seem like you were interested really in them codes, so that's why I kind of stopped bothering you with them. Let's see, not in Oregon. Okay, so Oregon does not have taxes still. That's cool. California, oh, that's right. California had the rule up. If you spend $2,000 on bullion, you don't have to pay it. Only if you're under $2,000. Because I have talked to people in California that said they have to push their purchases up higher to get more, in order to get the tax-free status. Tangled Up in Blue. I'm in Washington State. I have 2 hours left to buy at an online... Oh, that's right. At an online bullion dealer to avoid taxes. I'll bet you technically you'll probably even have longer if you buy from an online dealer but on eBay. So if you look around, you got to worry a little bit. But I'll bet you eBayers will not implement that change right off. It'll probably take a little while. Not as fun that way, and can't really enjoy or use whatnot. Oh, that's right. From now on, I need to drive to Portland in order to get deals. Yeah, that kind of stings. I understand that. That would suck. I mean, I was in Maine. I did not really stack silver when I lived in Maine, But even when I went up there, I had to drive down and cross the border into New Hampshire to get deals on silver. I have visited, but I will also say a lot of shops, they're not supposed to do this, but if they already know you, there's a chance they're not all going to be following the rules exactly. They're not going to do that for a new person. If you've never been into a certain shop, they're not going to sell you without tax. However, if they already know you, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. There's a chance they might overlook it if they know who you are. But who knows? With that being said, I'm going to wrap up here. I do have a couple other things. From now on, I'll need to drive to... Yeah, that's bumming. But I am going to wrap up here. We are at 3 hours, 2 hours, 55 minutes. Happy New Year to half of y'all. Happy New Year to the rest of y'all. I will have my video up in the morning. And I thank you, everybody. Scott, thank you so much for those gift memberships that you gave out earlier. That's awesome. I can't thank you enough for that. Let's see. Powell. Boulevard, Portland, coin, and precious metals is where I go. Yeah, it's hopefully they'll take care of you even after today, but who knows. Larry, you must have great soundproofing on your studio. My neighborhood sounds like Baghdad. I can hear it out of ways, but the mic that I'm using, somebody got me to buy this mic, and it kind of has a little bit of noise canceling. So it's pretty cool on that note. It cancels because I would normally have my fan. I do have my fan right above me. And with the old mics, you could actually hear it making noise. You can't do that with this one, so I like that. Happy New Year, John W. Happy New Year to you and all the fellow stackers from Arkansas. So thank you so much, Arkansas. John W. I appreciate that. With that being said, we're going to wrap up here. We are at the 3 hour mark. So congratulations, Smug the Magnificent, even though you've already got off to go do fireworks with your family. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you were lucky enough, Smug, to pop in right when we were pretty much drawing the final name. So that was fun. As soon as we hit 100 members, I will be doing that special event where we'll have some upgraded prizes on the wheel, which will be pretty cool for some of y'all. So super awesome there. Thank you all for watching the video. Even if you're not a member, thank you very much. If you'd like to consider becoming a member, we will be doing another special free silver event as soon as we hit 100 members. So that is right around the corner. With that being said, going to wrap up here. Hit that thumbs up button if you didn't hit it already. They still help, and I will see y'all again tomorrow on T-Square Talk. I will be here tomorrow morning with a great video for you. May not be about silver because the markets are closed, but we're probably going to touch up on silver a little bit and give you guys the full rundown. Some of y'all got the partial rundown tonight, so we'll go from there. Thank you all for watching, and I hope y'all have a happy new year. Take care, everybody. Have a great one, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye. Oh, I was like, why is it not recording? I was like, what the heck? It's not recording? But that's right, because I'm live. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Reckless Collection, you have a great night too, buddy. Happy New Year to you too. John W, you too. Conrad, you too. Larry, you too. Scott McNeil, Tangled in Blue. Crypto Ozark. I think that's the only ones that are still on. They're starting to drop now. Take care, everybody. Have